Hello, welcome to KH No Filter Football with the main man Kai, Marshall, Will, and me, Andrew. We are here to go over and react to Tuchel's tremendous Titans defeating Leicesterpool Rovers.
I'm not the English you, but is it supposed to be "and I," or is it like "and me" is okay? Is it acceptable?
That's a production. That's a production thing we discuss after the show, yeah, or in a private message. See, that's not something you just called me out on live. Oh,
professionalism, Kai. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh my god, let's start again. And I, Andrew, is here. But yeah,
now we're here to condescending, man. So man.
we're here to react to the Chelsea match, beating Leicesterpool Rovers on Thursday night. We've given it nearly 48 hours breathing space, so we're not overhyping anything or downplaying anything. But that's what we're here to do. We should be joined by OShea pretty soon.
Yeah, he just wrote me. He says he'll be there in 3 minutes.
Yeah, to give the Liverpool angle. But let's kick off because the guys have been waiting. Thank you very much for waiting. Please subscribe to the channel, like and share the video. We're close to 1,000 subs. Let's get there. Kai, man, give me your impressions on Thursday. Has anything changed, or are you more happier than you were on Thursday night?
You know what you are. You know what you are. Historical Leicester. You know what you are. Liverpool, man. Liverpool aged faster than dogs, man. Jesus Christ, that's so dead, man. It's like, we are the greatest champions ever lived, 8th. We have Mo Salah and Sadio Mane, 8th. We're going to win to retain the league, 8th. Nah, you're not retaining shit, man. That's it. Your time is up. Back to 7th. Back to 7th and 8th, man. As soon as that Nike contract is running out, you're going back to New Balance. To that like budget ass fucking contract, man. Yeah, but Chelsea, jokes aside, man, I was impressed. I was happy. I mean, you guys, some of you saw my actual like full-time reaction at what's Charlotte's channel called?
Strong TV.
Yeah, Strong TV. So some of you saw my live reactions there. I was gassed, man. Sugar Daddy Tuchel is doing his thing, man. He's giving us the wins. He's succeeding where Lampard failed. So we can't really complain because people said, "Oh, this one is gonna be the difficult one." It said that like when we played Spurs, right? Like that's the test. That's the test. Then they said it's going to be Atletico. We passed Atletico. Then we played United. Not gonna count United because draws are not good enough for me. But we didn't lose. So that's a plus. And then we played the so-called Premier League greatest ever team. I can't say that without busting up laughing, man. I'm trying to keep my level-headed, but it's difficult, man. But yeah, Liverpool.
Arsenal fans are deluded, man.
Liverpool defeated. Yeah, man. It's. I think the fact that it's them makes it even sweeter. For me, the two teams I love beating is Liverpool and Arsenal, man. And the fact that it was Liverpool, I'm gassed, man. I'm happy. What about you guys? What do you guys feel?
Will, what do you think, mate?
I mean, it was a great performance. It's a shame we didn't win by 2 goals, because on the watch along on Strong TV, I looked like a bit of an idiot after celebrating the first goal. But it is what it is. I mean, Liverpool they've fallen off, haven't they? And I know they've lost a lot of players, but you've got to put the blame on Klopp a little bit as well. He's got a history of burning his teams out, and they have a season where they collapse. That's been this season for them. So it's unfortunate if you like Liverpool, but I don't, so I couldn't care less. But yeah, that's what.
Marshall, what do you think?
What's funny? Will is developing in front of my own eyes, man. His unfilteredness is like I'm getting touchy, man. I'm getting emotional.
It's fun and disturbing at the same time. But Marshall,
yeah, for sure. I agree with that. It's definitely fun and disturbing at the same time. I would say, Will, I'd argue you looked more like an idiot before the game because of your reaction to the lineup.
Yeah,
you were like, "Oh no, we're gonna lose." Conte, Jorginho, this is a terrible pivot. You guys should see. I'm going to start screenshotting all the stupid shit Will says behind the scenes, man. It's ridiculous. But
bro, if I release the DMs from half of the YouTubers that I have, most of them would go like, "That's Literally, man, they say the dumbest things offline, man, because nobody's watching, man.
But I will say, look, till this day, I'm still really gassed about it. I find it incredible that we managed to beat them. We managed to keep them down to one shot on goal, I believe, the whole game, which that alone shows how solid our defense has been. That's absolutely incredible. Andreas Christensen has really stepped up. I can't, like, I was saying in our chat before, or I think maybe it was after our Strong TV stream, that I always doubted what the fuck John Terry was seeing in this kid, and now that we're seeing him in a back three, now that we're seeing him under a coach that we know develops the players to be better than where they are already, it's absolutely incredible. This kid is going to be world class, and honestly, if we don't have Thiago, if we don't extend Thiago Silva's contract, I won't even be that nervous, to be honest with you, because we have the likes of this kid. I want to see him under a back with a back four, right? But as of right now, he's absolutely been impressive. Rudiger stepped it up. Azpilicueta always bringing quality game after game. Real Chelsea captain there. He's going to be missed when he's not in the team. Chilwell was absolutely solid, even a little better on the attacking portion than Alonso. Reece James didn't put a foot wrong, in my opinion. The Jorginho Conte pivot, the first half was absolutely phenomenal. Second half, it was getting a little shaky. I think a little bit of the subs that Tuchel made was a little iffy. But Timo Werner, god damn, man. Like, if Timo Werner keeps playing like that, without a doubt, he's going to start scoring goals. He just got so unlucky. He got robbed by VAR yesterday. They always seem to be changing that stupid fucking offside rule. One game it's going to be the sleeve, the other game it's the hand. Like, they can't decide what the fuck they're going to do with that. Which is absolutely ridiculous.
Because his ass cheek is too big, man. If Hazard was there, it gets so many offsides, man. Just for
it's so absurd. It's so absurd. Hold on. Let me just finish, Will. Mason Mount has been, as always, one of the key players for Chelsea. I wish it wasn't so, just not because I don't like Mount, but because, like, I really want everyone else to step up. Same thing goes for Kovacic. Like, Kovacic and Mount shouldn't be like the core of Chelsea. We just want everyone's cylinders to be running, you know? And then Ziyech, he did better than he did on Man U. I'll give him that. He wasn't like spectacular. He wasn't prime Ziyech, but he did a job. He did what he had to do, and we got a result out of it, and I'm happy. We kept Salah, we kept Sané, we kept Firmino down to it, and then Trent Alexander-Arnold didn't know what to do with with Chilwell. He couldn't get past Chilwell. Salah couldn't get past Chilwell. It was fantastic. We just kept him quiet the whole game.
Yeah, but Marshall, there's I need to address a couple of things you said there.
Well, let us introduce our guest first. And I'll let you go ahead. Yeah. OShea, how you doing, bro?
What's good? I'm back.
Can OShea hear me?
First show back.
Yeah.
We can barely hear you, bro.
You alright, Shay?
What's good, man?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Yeah, I can hear you. A bit low, but I can hear you.
First show back in a while, bro. What's been going on?
I don't know, mate. You tell us, man. What's going on with the greatest Premier League champions of all time?
Well, the greatest Premier League champions of all time are about to win the league. So,
I said Sané, we said Mane, but
I don't know what's going on with us right now, though. Look, it's dreadful, isn't it? It's terrible. I guess it's all right for you guys as Chelsea fans. I mean, I feel like life was so much better when Frank Lampard was the manager.
Bro.
But yeah, it's just awful. It's really bad.
Yeah.
It's got to the point now where, like, I was excited for Jota coming back because I still believe that Jota will have an improvement on the front three, but it's irrelevant now because we're not going to make top four. So it makes no difference. And probably now Salah will probably win the Golden Boot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the ridiculousness of it. But yeah, it means nothing. And I'm tired of all the excuses. Like, okay, it's unfortunate.
You sound tired.
Lost his father and...
Yeah, OShea, you sound like exhausted.
You sound
like you had a grueling. You sound like you were on the pitch, bro.
Listen,
OShea sounds like his puppy died right in front of him, man. That's what he sounds like, man.
Every single game I've been on that pitch, bro. The amount of times I felt like just going down to Anfield, putting my boots on and having a kick about because These guys, man. But look, we can't keep making
To be fair,
excuses.
we do a better job than
This is
Kazan,
what
man,
gets
or
on my nerves.
Ozan, whatever his name is.
The problem is the excuses, bro. The excuses we keep making. Like, okay, fair enough. It's unfortunate. Klopp's mother passed away and Alisson's father passed away, and that's obviously going to have an effect on them. But injuries are irrelevant. Virgil van Dijk wasn't injured when we lost 7-2 to Crystal Palace. To Aston Villa.
Very true.
Virgil van Dijk wasn't injured when we let Leeds put 3 past us on the first game of the season.
Yeah.
So neither was Gomez. So we can't make these excuses. Virgil van Dijk wasn't injured when City smashed us. What was it? 4-0 after we won the league.
After you won the
4-1.
4-0. Yeah, 4-0. You're right.
4-0 after we won the league.
Yeah.
Virgil van Dijk wasn't injured when Arsenal beat us twice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we've been found out. The system's been found out. The players have run their course. I think it's time to move on the front three.
You're serious?
O'Shea, can I ask you something, O'Shea, though? Like, with this attacking output, would you say that? And I agree with you. There's no excuses, right? Like, you guys, you're champions, and as champions, you failed to provide the team. The Klopp failed, or FSG failed to provide the team with some depth. But I will ask one thing. With Virgil van Dijk missing, do you feel that there's a lot of goals there that you're not getting because he's missing? That you wouldn't normally get from the 3.
Look, of course, losing a big player like Virgil van Dijk is always going to affect the season. It's had a massive impact. I'm not going to completely take away from the effect Virgil van Dijk and Gomez has caused. And I think there's a lot of games we would have saved points because Virgil van Dijk being out of the team hasn't just affected us in terms of his presence. We've then had to move Fabinho out of his position and Henderson, and so it's affected a lot of places. But at the same time, it's not the be all and end all because we were dipping rapidly, and that was before Van Dijk was injured. Do I think we'd be struggling to get top 4? No, I think we would have made top 4 had Van Dijk not been injured. But retaining the title still may not have happened because we've been dipping form since before the end of lockdown this time last year, and that was the season we won the Premier League. So what does that tell you? Of course, I think the COVID season has had an effect on Liverpool, as it has with many other clubs as well. But there's too much that's gone on with this team this season for you to just make excuses. It was all right early on. We could make excuses because of injuries and COVID and this, that, and the other. But there's too much that's gone on with this club for anybody to make an excuse other than the problem was inevitable and it was going to happen. And COVID may have sped it up. Virgil van Dijk may have sped it up, but inevitably this would have happened. And I can't see how we get out of this unless we invest heavily and rebuild. And I mean a complete rebuild, not just a few little players. I mean a Chelsea-style rebuild like they've just done last summer. We need heavy investment. New front three.
Do you see that happening though, O'Shea?
Say that again?
You're going to have to sell first,
bro?
Right, O'Shea? You're going to have to sell first, aren't you?
I do think that is the approach we'll go down, and I don't think that's as hard as people are making out because, regardless of how poor of a season some of our individual players have had, they're still highly rated across Europe. Salah is still a highly sought after player. So would Mane.
Yeah.
I mean, even Firmino, he's not at the best of 2 seasons, but he's still a highly rated player. And I think there's clubs out there that would definitely pay the money for them. Salah and Mane would both ask over 100 million, and we'd get that price. There's clubs out there that would pay that price for these 2 players because they're still world-class players. We're having a terrible season, and they've not been. Well, Salah's been quite good, but Mane hasn't been at his best. But they're still 2 of the best players in the world. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I think that is a possibility. I think.
Can I ask you a question, bro? Can I ask you a question, bro? Who do you blame for like the majority of the issues with Liverpool this season? Because for me, like when I look at Liverpool, you know how much I love Klopp, right? Like I like Klopp as a manager. I like his style, I like everything. But for me, the way that the club failed to back him this season was a disgrace, man. He wanted Werner, they didn't get him Werner, right? He wanted a defender, they didn't get him a defender until everybody else was completely dead, and they needed someone else to come in. and they got him like somebody from a relegation team from Germany. Thiago, he had to push like until he got Thiago. Regardless if you consider him like a flop or whatever, that's beyond the point. But do you feel like what's it called, man? What's your FSG failed to kind of like pay Klopp back for what he did in the last 4 years, or do you think Klopp himself is the reason that Liverpool is failing? He should just just use whatever he has and try to make something happen. Because when I look at Liverpool, right, at your squad depth, right, I said it to you before. I think it's worse than Leicester. I think that the players you have beyond your 11, I think they're trash players, man. I think they're championship level players. I think Shaqiri, all these guys are not good enough for a club like Liverpool. You need to.
I have to agree. I have to agree with what you're saying. The squad depth is terrible. When you it's quite literally nothing beyond the 11. Oh, sorry, Jota now. So we've got Jota and we've got Thiago. So other than that, we've really got no options. But that's not being any help to us because all of our players have been injured, so it means nothing. But the onus is on FSG. I mean, the fact that I'm watching Werner take shots against Alisson is the first thing that pisses me off. Yeah, because this guy. Because I've not even.
It's his birthday, man. Show
some respect. It's his birthday. Come on.
I don't care whose birthday it is, big man. Like, listen, I'll run up in that birthday. Listen, don't look. The point I'm making is this year. FSG had one job to do, and that was to back Klopp. Now they should have done that after we won the Champions League, and waiting until January to sign Minamino is stupid. The guy is a model. He's not a footballer. He's a Japanese model. I don't know why he signed this guy. He shouldn't be playing for the club, but that's not the point. Kai,
hold on. You signed him, but you don't even play the kid.
I can't even pronounce his name. I just call him Minamino, man. I can't say his name.
That's his name. That's his name. It's Minamino. He's I don't know.
I'll give Minamino his flowers. He's the only person who scored against Chelsea so far under Tuchel. Other than Rudiger.
But look, the onus is 100% at FSG. And they may have set us back 2 seasons because even though I came to accept we weren't going to retain the title a long time ago, I was confident that next season will be fine because we'll make big investments and it's not this is a mad season and we can always spend money when we sell players, but regardless of if we sell Salah, Mane and Firmino, we're not going to make top 4. So how are we going to attract these players? Because we could have 500 million to spend in the summer. Are players really going to want to come to Liverpool when we can't even guarantee them Champions League football? Because that's the reality, bruv. You've got the top 4, which is cemented: Chelsea, City, United, Leicester. And now you've got teams like West Ham, Villa, all coming up, Everton. Who's to say we make top 4 next season? Because if we can't get these players to come to our club, regardless of how much money we flash at them, we've got nothing to offer them. Do you get where I'm coming from? So FSG has potentially set us back 2 seasons.
Can I ask you? Sorry.
Let me just 1 sec, Andrew.
Andrew,
1 sec.
Sure.
They've potentially set us back 2 seasons, and of course, unless we are lucky in the Champions League, which I don't know, because you can't perform like we did the other day against teams like Bayern Munich and Juventus. It will be as one-sided as a gang rape. You can't do that. So you
unfiltered, baby.
It's unfiltered, bro. It's unfiltered.
I still. Sorry. Go finish. Finish, mate.
They've set us back 2 seasons potentially, and I've never been one to jump on the bandwagon of saying I want people out of my club. But if they could, I could potentially be saying, look, FSG out, because this isn't a new thing, bro. Look, they've not backed the club for 2 seasons. We haven't signed anybody since 2018.
Can I
ask? Wait. Sorry, Marshall. I just want to jump in. OShea, did you think the subs on a couple of questions? Do you think the subs of taking Salah off and then bringing James Milner on was a thing, as a sort of a thing to the board saying this is what you left me? And also, are you worried because it's American owners? It's not like City or Chelsea where the owners are going to pump their own money in. Are you worried at all?
I think first of all the substitutions. Listen. Yeah, like I felt like going down to Anfield and punching up Klopp after we made them substitutions.
Listen, OShea, I was dying, bro. We put on Kovacic, right? And you put on King Kong, man.
Because I was so happy when I saw Jota warming up. I thought, yes, take Firmino off, get Jota down the middle, Salah on Mane either side, and let us get a goal. And this guy goes and takes Salah off, and Curtis Jones, and I'm just like, what? Where's the logic behind that? I don't get that. What you're acting like you've got Messi to bring on or something, bruv. You're bringing on Milner and Naby Keita. Oxlade-Chamberlain, bruv. What is that?
Man, Oxlade-Chamberlain is a dead ass fucking player, man. The only good thing about him is his girlfriend, man. That's the only thing good about the guy, man.
Bro, I am convinced next year he's gonna replace Jesse and Little Mix as the 5th member because he's not a footballer, bro. He's not a footballer, bro. He's a YouTuber. What does he do? What does he bring, bro? Like, and James Milner, bless him, he's 35 and he's been a workhorse for the club and for Manchester City. But I mean, it's time to call it a day, bro.
Time to put the workhorse down, man. He can't carry anymore.
This man.
His legs are twisted. That's it, man. Put it down.
But you worried, man. But you worried though that the American owners, because they're not like going to put their hands in their own pockets. Do you know what I mean?
Are you trying to say that? Are you trying to say that we're greedy people or something? Is that what you're trying to say about America?
Yeah, but no. What I'm trying to say is, if you look at it, right? If you look at all the American owners that have been at clubs, right?
Arsenal, man.
They very rarely put their own money in at all. They're like, I mean, look, you spent big. You spent big because you sold Coutinho, right? That's what I mean. You were still living off that to buy Van Dijk and Alisson. Do you know what I mean? Are you worried? It's not going to be like you can be like City or Chelsea and just like, do you know what? Screw it. Let's spend 250 million.
No, you know what? I'm not too worried.
Yeah, the oil price is another 5%, man.
I'm not too worried because I had a conversation with Kai earlier and he's told me that he's going to speak to Roman and get him to invest some money. So I'm not too. No, I'm joking. Look, I'm worried. Of course I'm worried, bro. Because a lot of these Liverpool fans are very uneducated and they think this big investment is going to be big for the club and we're not going to see any of that 500 million. That's not going to go into the club directly. They don't understand how business works. They don't understand how investment works. That isn't it. We're not going to make this investment and then all of a sudden sign Mbappe. That's not how investments work. So we're not going to see the majority of this money that we're getting from this new deal. The second thing is, if we do not sell at least 2 of the front 3, we're not going to see any major investment. We may sign a Jota style player, but we can't keep signing these players. We need a rebuild. We need at least 5 signings. And I'm talking ready-made players, not Andrew Robertsons for 8 million.
There's no way getting unless you kidnap them, man.
Well, I will have a conversation with you about that later because I have a van and I do know a couple guys that are willing to. But so
the plan is going to be able to travel around Europe with COVID, man.
Yeah, but
too many close, man. Plus Brexit, man. Brexit. You guys are in Brexit now, man. There's no way we can get anything to England, man.
Yeah, but can't you just have a word with like one of your KGB friends or something and get somebody flown? I don't know what connections you know, Kai. I don't know, Kai. You crazy Russian guys know a lot of people, but look,
not denying it. That's the best part.
There we go. Not denying it.
I don't deny or confirm any of the statement made by OShea.
When he scratches his left eye, that means someone's getting put down. But anyway, look, Andrew, I'm worried. Of course, I'm worried. Like, if we don't sell one of the front 3, we're not going to see any players come to the club. Like and we're not going to make top 4, so we've got nothing to fall back on. So
that was Shaqiri, man.
Can I just bring a little bit of a different perspective to this? Because, like, okay, I don't think the problem is just the board. I think the problem is also Klopp. Because let's have it right. Like, we Chelsea fans saw it a lot with Lampard. which is the stubbornness, the stubbornness of why are you sticking with 4-4-3 or 4-3-3? I'm sorry, I had an extra player there. Why are you sticking to 4-3-3 and all these games you've been losing constantly when you're playing the 4-3-3? It's being found out instead of changing the lineup or changing the tactics a little bit. And I'm not saying look, hold on, O'Shea. Let me just land, O'Shea. I'm not saying that obviously it's a little harder to do when you don't have the squad depth and you don't have the players that learn a certain system, but Klopp has done it before. That game earlier this season with Man City, Klopp started the game with a 4-2-4. He played Jota, Firmino, Mane, and Salah all on the attacking third. And then halfway through the game, he switched to a 4-4-2. So he was perfectly capable of switching formations, but every single game since December, since this really bad run of form has started, he's sticking to 4-3-3. And O'Shea, you don't think that maybe it's just Klopp being really fucking stubborn? You don't think maybe he's to blame a little bit for this?
I think his head is in football right now, man. I think his head is in his mother's death. I think he can't take a day off, as well. Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp has a massive part to play in this, man. Like his stubbornness. I've always noticed his stubbornness across his career, but I never really touched upon it because he always had success. So there's no reason if it's not broken, why try to fix it? Do you know what I'm saying? But this season, I've really seen his stubbornness tested, and it's not great. I don't. It's not even the attacking third formation that I'm worried about. What I would have liked us to do was adopt Mikel Arteta's formation when he took over Arsenal, and he went on a run of games where he wasn't conceding. We play 3 at the back, 5 in the middle, with 2 wing backs, so to speak, and trying to kind of force teams to open up against us and play a higher line against us. Because
that's kind of what I mean when it's kind of what I mean when you guys don't have the squad depth. Because if you guys wanted to play 3 in the back, like at the time, like
you don't need the squad depth to do that though. Because when you look at the players that we have, we signed Thiago. Now Thiago is a player that can pick a pass from anywhere. That is a perfect formation to play a player like Thiago, because if we're sitting on the back foot and forcing teams to play a high line against us, all you need to do is leave Jota, Salah and Mane up front and have players like Thiago pinging them balls, players like Robertson, Trent, Henderson, Curtis Jones. But we didn't do that. We've maintained this ridiculous high line. Hang on a second. That's
true. Okay.
We've maintained this stupid high line. Yeah. And, I saw it in the Leeds match, first game of the season. We played with a high line and tried to play an offside trap. Now, that doesn't make sense. It's counterproductive. You can't do that. So why are we maintaining this stupid high line when we haven't even got defenders? We're playing midfielders in defence and we're playing a high line. Where's the logic in that? So, for me, Klopp is to blame as well, but the onus lies at FSG.
There's certain managers though that are stubborn and they just believe in what they believe in, and sometimes when they do get found out, it's just the end of the road for them, and then that's their time at a club done. That's what some managers that is the way. They're so obsessed with the way they want to play. And I sort of respect it in a way, but it's at their own peril. It's just some managers are different to others. Some managers are different to others.
I do think Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, go on.
No, that's right. You go on.
No, I was just going to say, I do think Jurgen Klopp is very stubborn, but I don't think necessarily he's been hit with that sort of time where he's coming to an end, because when you look at his career, he's done this several times, yet he was able to leave Dortmund after having a complete failure his last season. He left Dortmund and came to Liverpool, and he's won the Champions League. I don't necessarily think he's at that stage in his career. I think if he was given the backing, I think he could go on to win another Champions League. I genuinely do if he was given the backing. I don't think it's come to the stage where it's time for him to leave. I just think this system with these players, it doesn't work no more. I tell you a manager who is like that, Mourinho. Mourinho's come to the end of his career. My man might as well just sit on Sky Sports alongside Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher and talk shit for an hour. Like, the guy's done, bro. He's finished as a manager. Now, he's a player who's gone over the hill and won't change his system, because ever since Chelsea, he's not done anything. So, Jurgen Klopp, for me, isn't that guy, because he's proven that even when it fails at a club, he goes to the next club and does something.
I agree. I agree with that. What I meant was that, I mean, what I meant was that not like the end of the road of his managerial career. I meant just at Liverpool. So he could go on to another top club and win.
This is the thing, though, Will. This is the thing, because Liverpool is such a big place. It's not the same with Dortmund, whereas when it comes to an end at Dortmund, that's kind of it, because there's not much money coming into Dortmund in terms of investment. And they're not a big club in terms of, before Klopp, they weren't anybody. So for me, I think Liverpool's slightly different. Liverpool's kind of like a Chelsea, like a United, like a Real Madrid, where as long as you've still got it, if you are backed, you will succeed, because the clubs are just too big for you to kind of fail. Unless you're terrible or you've come to the end of your career, as long as you're back, there's always a chance to revamp. We saw Mourinho do it twice with Chelsea. So for me, I do think if he's back, we can see the same success repeated.
But I think it's very reactionary for Liverpool fans right now to be saying Klopp out. Like, if anything, Klopp deserves to have a season where he has his players fit next season and all that, and to at least, like, look, we can call Klopp stubborn for all we care, but like, we know he has been willing to change that formation before and try different things. We know he has to try to fit people like Jota in, because Jota has been so amazing this season while he was fit. So I think next season we'll see a better Liverpool.
Yeah, but don't you think the relationship with the owners, with Liverpool, the way he feels about the board and the owners right now, that the relationship is already kind of, I can see that. There's a little bit of like a breakage in the relationship between him and the club, I feel, man.
Kind of how Lampard went with Chelsea in a bad.
Not even that.
I don't think. I get the road you're trying to go down, Kai. And I think that road or that decision lies in Klopp's hands, because I don't think FSG will sack him unless he did something terrible, or he completely lost the dressing room. I don't think, and he's never going to leave the dressing room, because those lads would die for him. So I don't think FSG would sack him. I think
I don't mean sacked. I mean, like, the way he feels about FSG and the board is now like maybe he doesn't trust him would be a good like.
Look, I don't want to be naive in this situation and say no, he'd never leave and he's going to stay until his contract ends, because at the end of the day, this is his job. But I do think he has more integrity than that, and I do think he's developed a sort of love for the fans where he kind of wants to see this past, at a certain point. I kind of think he knows his journey at Liverpool isn't ended. I don't think he's a pushover, though. But if we don't back him in the summer.
That's what I mean. I want to get to that. O'Shea, if they don't back him in the summer with the players he wants, do you see him walking away at the start of the season?
No, I don't. Okay. I don't see him walking away at the start of the season. I think I give him 2 seasons. If we don't back him this summer, and then in January, and then the season ends, and say we scrape top 4 or we whatever, and then we don't back him again in the summer, I think he'll stay the rest of that season, because I think he's got more integrity to leave halfway through the season. I think if he starts the season, he'll finish it, and I think he'll leave at the end of it. So I give him next season and the season after that, and if we haven't backed him, I think he'll walk.
But the all summer spending all depends on where you finish, though, right?
Yeah.
So about the
to a degree. I mean, let me just clarify something. We're not Arsenal. We're still going to be able to spend some money. You're not Arsenal. You're right,
bro.
Yeah, you're very right about that.
Let me say something funny. I was at Igal's channel. I think it was yesterday or today morning, man. With the way I'm going with booze on my weekends, man, you can never know. Anyway, so basically, like they were talking about getting players from the championship, because they were comparing our stats with some kid with the championship. Yeah, and I'm like, you guys do know the championship is like a level below like first division football, right?
But
but look at Kante, look at this, look at that. I'm like, but what's the chances of those players at gyms? You don't like those players play in the championship on second division, because that's where the majority of players are playing. That's their level.
Was he
the chance of you getting any good one is like 5 to 10%.
Was he
There are a few players though.
Let me finish.
Can I just say, Kai?
So, just let me finish this, O'Shea, and let you guys have your opinion about it. Then basically they're saying, we should get this player because it's cheaper. Arsenal fans are becoming like mini accountants, man. It's like all of them taking. You know, I don't know if you guys have that in the UK, but whenever you go to college, there's a small finance class. They teach you how to do your tax, all that crap.
Yeah,
that's basically all Arsenal fans are taking that fucking class, man.
It's not just Arsenal fans.
To sell players and buy. And I saw one guy was like, if we sell like half of our squad, we can finance Mbappe. Arsenal fans are just
were they comparing? The thing you need to understand about Arsenal fans is that most of them didn't finish high school, so you can't really
finish kindergarten, man.
You can't really persecute them for making decisions. Like it's like having a go at someone with special needs. It's not really their fault.
Were they comparing Musamoa and Buendia by any chance? Because those stats are probably definitely out of context. And
our was some guy from Norwich, man. But I don't remember anything.
They're pretty much comparing. They're comparing an 8 with a 10 who plays on the wing. Yeah,
one of them plays in the Championship, man. And they were literally arguing with me to the point that I was like, nah, man. It's the same thing like arguing with a feminist. You're never gonna win. Just let it go, man.
Yeah. That's a good comparison. Yeah, it is like arguing with a feminist. I lose brain cells talking to Arsenal fans, man.
Bro, you lose pain cells. I lose everything. Just what I start thinking about. If you do something, you go to jail. That's what I think about, man. I'm just like, that's what I think about.
Okay. What I think we've done is we've what us four have been for OShea is kind of counsellors. We've let him unload his grief when it comes to Liverpool, his futuristic. So let's talk about Chelsea, and we'll get O'Shea's perspective on this. Let's bring this person up. He's been talked about non-stop, but this time I do think the praise is well earned and not overhyped.
Tuchel.
Okay. I'm not going to call him what other people call him, the Mace bit and the money bit. Mason Mount. Now, O'Shea, let's get this perspective from you. Obviously, you're talking to 4 people who don't overhype Mason Mount, okay? We don't overhype him. We're not like Mountabaiters like some other people are.
Yeah. We like women, relatively like.
But give me your perspective on Mason Mount's performance against Liverpool, just the overall opinion of him from outside of the Chelsea fan base.
I hope he goes bald. I really do.
That's beautiful.
I hope one day he wakes up and his hair's just on the floor and he looks like Wayne Rooney, and that's what I really hope. I pray for that. Now look, Mason Mount is a phenomenal player. He is, and I've always said that he's a great player. I do think Lampard sort of thought, I can play him because I can see the greatness in him, but you didn't realise he's just a shit coach and you're not going to get the best out of him. And playing him on the wing is not going to do anything. And
I'm going to give you a seal clap, man.
He would have destroyed Mason Mount's career.
There you go.
If he carried on playing him. He would have destroyed his career like he's destroyed.
Look at Marshall's melting, man.
No, it's hard to hear because it's true, but at the same time, it's like, fuck, man, this is Lampard. He kind of gave him his debut,
No, O'Shea's totally right. Do you know right? O'Shea stopped his proper development. He overplayed him. He overplayed him. Look, and Phil Foden is the example of everyone was going, you've got to go on loan and play more football. No, you got to stay and learn under a great coach like Guardiola. And then you start playing more.
Did any of you guys watch the Pep Guardiola?
This is the thing, though. This is the thing, Andrew. Everybody was saying for years, why doesn't Guardiola play Foden?
Well, you're going to finish your point, and Will, you go next.
Yeah.
And this is why, bro. This is why. Phil Foden right now, for me, is the best young player in England right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Mason Mount would be at that level had he been under great management. I think Bukayo Saka would have been at that level had he left Arsenal and gone to a bigger club. Or a better club, sorry. And I think Mason Greenwood would be at that level had United not been in the problems they've been in. But Mason Mount for me is a phenomenal player, and he's definitely, I think, could potentially fill Lampard's boots and walk the same path as him, because I can see it already, and I've said it for a long time. Mason Mount's a phenomenal player, and that goal he scored was great. But at the end of the day, like I said, I hope he goes bald, and I can't say any more than that.
Go on, Will.
Did you guys see the Pep Guardiola interview with Rio Ferdinand? If you haven't, I recommend you give it a watch.
I meant to. Yeah, I meant to.
Pretty much explains about Foden and how people should be patient with young players. And...
Yep. Right, so Mason,
you gotta be. But can I propose something like with this? Like, look, I'm not denying anything that OShea said about Foden. I'm not denying anything you guys said about Foden. I totally agree. He is definitely England's best youth player right now. But would you guys also argue that like it's also a little bit of like, look at our final third, look at our product, and look at the management we had, and like look at the team we've had for this whole season, and maybe like if Mount, let's say like Foden was playing for Chelsea and Mount was playing for City, wouldn't you guys think that maybe Mason would probably have the same output that Foden has, considering the team he's surrounded by?
No, I think it'd be the same. I don't think Mount, if he was under Pep Guardiola, I don't think he'd be as good as Foden is right now, if I'm being honest. But he's a good player, Mount. We just gotta see if he can keep this up, keep working on his end product, and then we've got a good midfielder. But I'm not.
I definitely see. I even said it. You guys remember? I said it. Like, yeah, I saw that. You guys even saw me say it. Like, I was saying, like, that is such like a Lampard-esque goal that he scored. Like, you definitely see a lot of Lampard in the kid, and probably even a little better, because I don't think Lampard had the dribbling ability that Mason Mount has right now, which is pretty decent.
Mount. Do you know what? Mount
didn't also have those ridiculous fucking celebrations that Mount has. Jesus Christ!
You know what?
That too.
I'm not gonna hold back.
Kamehameha.
I'm not gonna hold back on the Mason Mount on the praise, because he's been very, very good, very consistent. Andrew, stop doing that, please.
He's been solid, and you know what it is? You know what it is about Mason that like this is one thing that I'll give Mason that Foden doesn't have, or at least that we don't see with Foden. Jesus Christ, Andrew!
Andrew's been cast as the new guy to play David Brent in the remake of The Office. So
hey, it's a role I was born for. Okay, no doubt.
All right, Marshall, don't say what I think.
People have done worse to be more famous.
What do you think I'm going to say, Will?
You're going to say, but Mountain has the mentality factor over Foden.
No. I mean, maybe it might be a little bit into that, but that's not really what I'm trying to say. Like, what I'm trying to say is that I feel like Mount is always on for the full 90 minutes. He's always running about, trying to press, trying to dispossess opponents, whereas like I don't think Foden is as active as Mount is, but that doesn't take away from Foden.
Because Foden, with how Man City at the moment have not got a striker fit a lot of the time, they don't really play Gabriel Jesus even when Jesus is fit and Aguero isn't. So he's got to play more of a fluid role where he's interchanging position. He can't, and anyway, his role is completely different to what Mount has to do. So I think that's a bit harsh if you compare Mount with Foden. Say that.
I'm just saying that's one little aspect that I like about Mount over Foden. Overall, Foden wins on almost every single check.
I get Mount works hard, and I get he's quote unquote good at pressing, but that if Mount just works on his end product, his movement is good. Thank
you. Slen said it best. Mount's engine. There you go. That's a better word to say.
He's got a good engine.
You know what, Will? For me, the biggest issue with Mount isn't his final product. It's the passing, man, and his decision making. It takes a little bit too long for me to pass or to do like that final kind of.
But you know what? The thing about Mount though, he does have a decent vision. Like that. If he works on that end product with the passing and stuff, he's gonna be really good.
But the thing is though, do you know what though? Do you know what really pisses me off? There's this account on Twitter which is a Mason Mount out account, and they make stupid.
This must be true, man.
Like it's just absolutely stupid. Yeah, if you don't rate him, fair enough. But you don't. How sad do you have to be to make it compilations? I hate compilations.
Do you know what? He's deserved all this thing. We're not going to go over. I've heard so much Mount debate. I don't think this.
I really like Mason Mount, though. I think he's going to be a great player.
I don't think this channel deserves to.
Really like his man. I like him. Really like it's too big for me, man.
But let's talk about the main man, Kai. Let's talk about Thomas Tuchel. Okay.
Tommy.
Come on, man.
Let's talk about him, man.
let's rap soliloquy about this guy. Let's do this. Come on.
He is everything that the Lampard sexuals thought Lampard was, man.
Yep.
He is tactically good. You know, his game management is good. You know, even his bowling pattern is normal, man. He's bowling from the front rather than the back. So
yes.
So that says a lot about him as a person, man. Plus, the way he manages our team is also very, very good as well.
Yes.
So everything he's doing for us is something that Lampard can't give us, because everybody were like,
I can actually picture Lampard now, sat down in his garage somewhere, throwing darts at a picture of Thomas Tuchel, just drinking beer, just throwing.
You know what's funny though? I honestly think, like, in my honest opinion, like my hardest of hearts, that Lampard is probably sitting back in the couch and like actually cheering Tuchel on and enjoying his football. And he's like, "Damn, no wonder Chelsea sacked me. This guy is a lot better than me."
See that right there is the naive, optimistic viewpoint of someone who wants to live in a fantasy. Let me tell you what's happening right now. Lampard is sat at home, yeah, and he's got about 20 cans of empty beer all around him, and he's sat in his vest with grease all over him, and he's throwing darts at a picture of Tuchel, watching the news, fuming. And that's what he's doing every day, and he's putting on more weight and more weight and more. That's what he's doing. He's fuming.
But OShea, man, give us your thoughts on Tuchel, because obviously your heart must have sank when Chelsea sacked Lampard and hired him. So give us your opinions.
He's a very good manager, and he's been great for you guys, and I do think he's going to be very successful. But it's Chelsea, innit? So for me, he's always going to be nervous, because you make one fuck up and you're out the door, and he's seen that with Saint Lampard now. So if Lampard
he didn't have only one fuck up, man. I hate that. He didn't. He had like fuck up after fuck up after fuck up after fuck up. He had more fucking fuck ups than Sasha Gray, man. He had to go, man.
I'm just saying. Listen. I'm just.
I am so upset that I fucking get that joke too. I am so fucking upset with myself.
Hey, I heard you should Twitch now, man.
Go on, OShea, man. Finish.
Yeah.
Lewin is laughing in the background. He's like, I have an OnlyFans subscription.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Talk about
this channel is wild, man.
Anyway.
Yeah.
It gives a whole new meaning to egg on your face, doesn't it? But yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Thomas Tuchel is a great manager. You can see that he's going to do well with Chelsea. I mean, is that proven? Just the improvement overall. The game I watched against Liverpool, the precision. It was like it was a rehearsed team. Do you know what I'm saying? It was like everybody was in sync. You know, there was a piece of play that was set up. It didn't lead to a goal, but it was a beautiful piece of play, and it was horrible to watch against my team. But it came from Mendy, and it was just like four players just zigzagged the ball to each other perfectly and ran straight through our defense.
Yeah.
And it was like that's what Liverpool are missing, because over the past 2 seasons we've been perfect at that, getting a ball from Alisson straight to the front three in a few touches. And what I saw Tuchel set up against Liverpool was what we used to set up like. And you know, I think he could. I think Tuchel already. I could say this is a man that could take you on to winning a title. Not this season, obviously, but you know, if he continues on this road, he could be the man.
Wait, do you want me to go, Marshall?
Go on, Will. Yeah, go, Will. I'll go after you.
A player that's been. I want to give even more credit to Jorginho, because I love Jorginho. He's probably my favourite player, but.
Oh, we didn't know that, Will. We didn't
probably.
We haven't said that before.
Okay.
Probably, okay. Probably, he says.
We are so much better with him in the team. We are so much better with him. The way he can sit and dictate play is very underrated.
Yeah.
The way he can hold the ball and give time for players to move into space, etc. The way he
the way he did the turnover against three Liverpool players.
I think that's what a lot of players have been doing that against the press. I think that's what Tuchel is sort of. I think down to Tuchel as well. But he's been so good. I think we're unbeaten in 20 games now with Jorginho starting. And Italy are unbeaten in their last 17 with him starting as well.
Who cares about
I
it?
feel like Will's about to give Jorginho a hand job or something right now, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I
God,
feel like
Mark.
you're writing a poem right now, dog.
You can talk. You can talk about.
Well, O'Shea, what I wanted to ask you was, okay, we're going back to the game, right? What would you have done differently? Because I'm sure you know going ahead of the game that we were going to play this formation, the 3-4-3. What tactically? What do you think were the mistakes that Klopp made that he should have done that probably could have won you guys the game, or at least tied it?
I think not starting Jota was a big problem. I know he's just come back from injury, but for me, there was no reason not to start him.
Who would you have dropped for Jota, whatever. Fuck.
Jara.
I don't actually think I would have.
You said it.
I don't
You said
think
it.
I don't think I would have. I don't think
I was
would
gonna
have
say with
necessarily
chess, and then I
dropped
realized
anybody
how
out the
stupid
front
I
three.
sounded. So I was like, no, I'm gonna fix that
Sorry,
one.
O'Shea, go on, mate. Say it, mate.
Go, O'Shea, my bad.
No, look, I don't think necessarily I would have dropped anyone out of the front three. I think maybe I would have dropped. It's hard because the midfielders have been playing very. You can't really drop
Firmino. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back off.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend I didn't really hear that, but yeah, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have dropped Firmino. Actually, I would have dropped Ronaldo. And I know he's been playing great this season.
Not Mane.
But I would have
Mane,
dropped Ronaldo. No, I wouldn't have dropped Mane at all because I just think the front three are great, but they don't really work well when one of them isn't playing. I've noticed this. It's odd. It's really strange. When one of them isn't playing, they don't play. They just fall apart. So I would have played. What game was it we played? And we played with all four of them.
Man City. Man City.
That was Man City.
Yeah.
City away. That was it. I would have played the same formation as City away. Bringing Salah off as well. It was just ridiculous. It's just pointless. There's no point. You might as well have thrown the game away. But yeah, not starting Jota was the big problem for me. That was a big problem.
And I'm not gonna lie, Jota kind of scared me when he came on, man. Like he looked like he was ready to go for it.
Yeah, man, I seen him. I felt like he was getting a bit overly marked. I could see the fear from Chelsea players. As soon as he came on, there was always.
I think as soon as he had that first touch and he was like in the box and it was getting a little dangerous, everyone was like, "Yo, mark that motherfucker like he's Salah or some shit." Like,
yeah, like I saw it immediately. It's really difficult, man, because our squad depth is so shit. There's nothing you can really change right now.
It couldn't have happened to a nicer club, man.
Kenny Dalglish might as well have come down from the stand and put his boots on and gave a kick about. I mean, he's 70, but I don't know, man. Like,
but let's talk about though the one player who's really struggled since he's joined you. That's the man Thiago Alcantara. Alcantara. Sorry, Alcantara. I do apologize, Alcantara.
It's a good song for him, man.
But
can you remind me again? Can you just remind me how Kai Havertz has been getting on?
That's fair dues.
Hey, listen, the kid's 21, all right? Give him a break.
No, that's fair dues, and we take that, man. So far, he's done nothing. Okay,
man didn't win a Champions League.
The problem is he's not playing at the moment. Thiago
does he even have an assist
how?
Oh my God, does he even have an assist yet?
I don't know.
I think he has no yellow cards and assists.
So, O'Shea, what's the issue? Do you think with Thiago, and how does Klopp fix that?
I think Thiago's taking too much testosterone because this guy is angry 24/7. I swear to God, I feel like he's gonna punch somebody. Every time I watch him play.
No. I think he's overdone the estrogen, my man. The guy has no strength at all. He's getting thrown around like he's like. Never mind, I'm not gonna make another comparison.
I don't know if it's because he's had to move to England and he's pissed off, or I don't know what it is. But this guy is angry. I don't know why he's always trying to hurt people. Like he's always trying to hurt people.
With me, I'd be angry too.
No, I've got this. I know what it is. He's now not on those Munich supplements that they're on. He's had to find like a replacement, and they're just not good enough anymore. Or he's coming off. It's angry rage though. But seriously, What do you think? Do you think Klopp's not done a good job with him? Just thrown him in there and expected him to change your whole midfield? What do you think?
Look, we were never supposed to sign Thiago. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Had we signed Werner, Thiago would not be playing for Liverpool right now. That's not an excuse. That's just a fact. I don't think Jota would be playing for Liverpool either. I think had we signed Werner, we may have signed a defender, a backup goalkeeper, and that's about it. But I mean, Thiago would be great for Liverpool, but we need to change our style and formation, and we can't do that until we sign new players. So right now, the only thing we can do is keep playing him for players' sake because we haven't got anybody else. I mean, he's great when you play him as a number 10. We played him as a number 10 the other day, and he was all right. I mean, he didn't get an assist, but just getting the ball into the box, he's great at doing that. And I think if Jota was in front of him, you know, I wouldn't even mind seeing him and Firmino play a sort of both as number 8 with Jota in front of them.
O'Shea, do you think that maybe there's a little bit of, I mean, I have 2 questions really. Do you think he just can't find a good paella in London or in England? And the other question is...
I had a paella today, man. It was amazing.
Man, I haven't had a paella in ages. Anyways, the other question is, like, do you think adaptability has a role in this too?
Of course. Look, it's going to be hard for players to adapt, especially for someone like Thiago. You know, you assume a world-class player like him would come to the Premier League and hit the ground running, but it's difficult because when you've been such a star at a club with one system for so long, it's really difficult to kind of come to a different league and take that forward and adapt. You know, the Spanish league is very different to the Premier League, and I know the Bundesliga is very different to the Spanish league, but they're both very different to the Premier League. And you know, I think he is finding it hard to adapt. I think the players are finding it hard to adapt around him. And I just think as a whole, this wasn't the greatest season for him to come into Liverpool because we're not playing at our best. And Thiago is a luxury player. He's a player that he can only really perform when everybody's playing at their best. He's not the guy that drags you forward when you're playing down. That's what a Mason Mount does, and that's what for me, that's what a Jota will do. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't think Thiago's that player. He's a Rolls Royce type of player. He thrives when everyone else is thriving. And right now we're not thriving. There are players I do see us want signing that I would like us to sign that I think could improve the club. You know, I think Rafinha from Leeds would be a great signing.
I think everyone's eyeing that guy now.
I'd love us to pick up David Alaba on a free. You know, he could play across the back 4. And CDM,
you don't want him at centre back, bro. Trust me. Don't want him at centre back. Trust me.
In midfield,
we're playing.
Actually,
with
did you watch Did you watch the Clasico today?
It's not just that.
I didn't.
It's not even just against Dortmund. Right. Even against the shit teams in the Bundesliga, Bayern get carved open. It's just their attack is so good. They'll win like 5-3. I
think all of Germany's defense is trash.
David Alaba for me is he's the type of player we would need in the defense because he is a world-class player, and because he's got that experience, I think him and Van Dijk being those 2, you know, big presence defenders would, because it's not just about your performance, also it's about the impact you have on the other players. We've seen that with Thiago Silva at Chelsea. So I do think David Alaba would be a great signing. Rafinha as well. I like Renato Sanchez as a Wijnaldum replacement.
Renato Sanchez. Wow.
You know, that's not a bad show. O'Shea, do you know who I think would fit really well in your team, actually? That I feel like a lot of players are overlooking, and maybe it's because of his age, but that people said that about Thiago Silva. But what about a Sergio Ramos? I feel like a Sergio Ramos is like, I think Liverpool might be eyeing Sergio Ramos if Real Madrid can't extend that contract.
Listen, I've had arguments with Liverpool fans because of what he did to Salah. I don't care what he did to Salah. I actually don't care what he did. If this man comes to my club, do you understand what that is? Yeah. Like, that's almost as big as Mbappe. If it wasn't for his age, it would be bigger than Mbappe. We're talking about arguably the greatest centre-back of all time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and many people will disagree, but the argument...
Yeah, no, a lot of people don't rate Ramos like that, I know.
Bro, when you look at his resume, and what he's done for Real Madrid, you can't deny the facts, bro. Of course, yeah, we can go into semantics, and there's many defenders out there that are better than him. But when you look at what this man has done in his career, this is not some washed-up old player that used to be good. We're talking about someone who's recently won the Champions. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Sergio Ramos coming to Liverpool.
And honestly,
Van
when you
Dijk.
think about it, when you fucking like sit down and think about it, I would fucking hate that pairing of Van Dijk and Ramos. Like, think about how dreaded corners would be if Liverpool fucking had Sergio Ramos and fucking Van Dijk taking headers. Like, fuck off, man.
You're gonna get me on this Ramos train, you know. You're gonna get me tweeting stuff out and stop it, man, because I'm gonna.
But
I'm just
let's,
saying, I think it's possible.
Let's go back to Chelsea. And I think one of the players that have really stepped up for Tuchel, who we're probably surprised by, maybe, and has actually stepped up in Thiago Silva's absence, is Andreas Christensen. But no, we can't deny it. I mean,
Can't deny it. Yeah.
I like Christensen, man. No, it's not like a depressed eye. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot about Christensen, man. I used to call him the defensive Tammy Abraham, man. I'm taking that back, man.
Kai, I don't know about you, Kai, but on Thursday I was watching him outpace Mane. On Thursday, he outpaced.
Oh my god,
Mane.
yeah.
You know what's funny about Mane? Mine is Asian like his hairline, man. They keep going back and back and back, man.
But what I'm saying is that along with the rest of the defense, Tony Rudiger, Azpilicueta, I'm now having that, and it might bite me against Everton, but I'm having that confidence again, Kaya. You probably felt this, where I'm very confident in the defense now. I don't fear the defense. Yeah. My view now goes to the attack to score more goals. But are you surprised though how confident the Chelsea fan base is becoming Christensen and Rudiger all of a sudden?
It's not only Christensen and Rudiger, it's just our whole retention of the ball is very, 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 very good, you know. Like, teams rarely take the ball off of us. And, you know, that's one thing why I wanted the German manager. And I think that's why Chelsea wanted a German manager. Because German managers are very into details, you know, like OShea, you could probably tell that, like, the difference when you had, like, Klopp and Brandon Rodgers, whenever, you can tell German manager, like, everything has to be to the T, you know. Everything is organized. Yeah. And if you look at our midfield, every player knows where they're supposed to be. And it's like everything is done in a way that you build from the back all the way to the front. And sooner or later, our attack will follow, you know. That's why I'm not really worried about it, because I know that Chelsea are just going to get better and better as far as ball retention, because that's his style. That's what Tuchel is known for, possession-based football, you know.
Yeah, it's down to the structure. That's why we're so good defensively.
Yeah. Funny that.
Yeah, that's why we were so bad defensively under Lampard, because you know, like the way our players were structured under Lampard, all they needed is a German Shepherd, man. It was like sheep that were like oddly they were like just scattered all over the fucking field, man. No organization whatsoever, man.
Kai, I wouldn't trust Lampard to put this desk that I've got at right now put together. Do you know what I mean? Let alone an actual Premier League defense.
I wouldn't trust Lampard to fucking make me cereal bowl, man. The guy is not trustworthy. He can't fix any system, man.
Oh no.
Kai, what's a cereal bowl, bro? What is that? Is that do you mean a bowl of cereal? What's a cereal bowl?
It's like when you make cereal, you put it in a bowl, man. It's called a cereal bowl.
I've never heard this term, bro.
What?
Kai comes up with these mad terms. He just says things differently, you know.
Marshall, do you say it the same way?
It's just a bowl.
No, I don't.
And then when there's cereal in it, we call it a bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
it's the way he says things, man.
Hang on, let's not get sidetracked by a bold discussion.
Wait, is it Cheerios? What is it, man?
You shut up. Cheerios is great. Go on, Will.
No, it's Svetlana's yellow
and
flakes.
If anyone is watching this from Cheerios, we will gladly accept sponsorship and we will eat Cheerios on every stream. Go ahead, Will.
Oh yeah. No, Cheerios sponsors us.
I don't even like Cheerios, man.
No, I will if they sponsor us.
You will if they sponsor us. Go on, Will.
But yeah, I definitely credit Tuchel slightly.
I think Will is more a Fruit Loops kind of guy. Sorry, Will.
Slightly more than the defenders itself. But Christensen has been superb. So is Rudiger. So is Azpilicueta. So, I mean, I wouldn't say Chilwell's been superb, actually. I think he's probably been the worst out of our defenders, but let's just move on from him. Jorginho, Kovacic, Kante, whoever's been filling that role has done really well.
Yeah.
We just look so stable at the moment. I think we've got a perfect balance in the team, especially when Jorginho is there. I think the only problem with it is you don't get the best out of Reece James, because Reece James is just his build. He's just so clunky. Like, he can't. Watching him overlap, it makes my eyes.
What does clunky mean, man? What is clunky?
He just looks a bit overweight. Let's just say that he looks.
Overweight.
Oh, he's not overweight. That's a tank mode. He's got.
No, but he does. He does.
Yeah, that's what he means, though. Overweight, as in the sense that, like,
He raised
He's not
Lukaku.
as-
Lukaku looks like a barrel that's rolling around, man.
But that's.
that's a good point. Never mind. I regret defending you, Will.
But yeah, we still need a centre back in the summer.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Even though, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm almost like fantasizing here, right? And like, obviously, people are gonna tell me I'm a little crazy, but I wouldn't even, if we don't get a center back, I wouldn't even mind if we got stuck with, like, if we get Tomori back, a Tomori Christensen in the back four.
Not getting Tomori
Like that-
back. We're not.
That sounds like the future, to be honest with
It
you.
doesn't.
To me,
Tomori and Christensen would fail.
Well, we don't know that. That is your
We do.
your assumption. We don't
We
know
do.
that.
Let
Okay?
me
Yeah.
ask you guys as Chelsea.
I agree with Will for once. I agree. We need an upgrade on the centre back position. Just because
Let me
I
ask you
don't
guys as
deny that.
Chelsea fans, yeah?
I don't deny that. But go on.
Yeah.
Do you guys think you're gonna stick with Mendy or try and go in for Oblak?
What's
No,
wrong
we
with
need
Mendy
another
now?
goal.
You don't like Mendy?
here's the thing about Mendy. I'm kind of in that realm where O'Shea's going. Look, Mendy is. Hey, Rodrigo, what's up, bro? What happened with that tie that we were supposed to have? Well, welcome back, man. I've been meaning to talk to you about that tie you thought we were gonna have. All right.
So,
anyways,
Marshall, can I just say, Mendy is our best number 2 playing right at the moment.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, he makes me fucking nervous sometimes with his shaky ass legs and his little touches and stuff, and he makes me so fucking nervous. But he's not Kepa, right? He has quality saves in him, and he's like more consistent than Kepa has ever been after Sarri. So I really think we do need like a solid world class goalkeeper, like a Donnarumma or an Oblak, or I would even go as far as to say
You said
Ter Stegen.
Onana's a great player. Onana's a great goalkeeper.
Onana when if
He's
Onana if he's not on
He's banned for a
steroids.
year. He's banned for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's out for a year.
Oh,
and
is he
All
banned?
right,
I didn't
Rodrigo,
even
I'll
know
leave you
that.
alone, bro. I'll leave you alone.
He got caught with the
I've been
buying
away.
supplements.
You and your fucking mathematical stats over here, bro. This isn't math. This is
I didn't
football.
even know this. Listen, I
What do you
didn't
rate in
know.
Spanish?
When did he
What
get
did you-
banned?
Oh, he
What
just
is
said,
your
"Leave me alone." leave me
alone.
in
When did this
peace.
happen, Andy?
I think it was in January. Was it late January, early February that he got banned or something?
I didn't even know.
Yeah,
that.
because he
Too
took
much
drugs.
buying supplements.
Oh
my
shit! You
friend.
didn't know about that, man?
Wait, he took.
I didn't. I
drugs
honestly didn't.
around the same.
Wow.
He took drugs at the same time. It was literally. I think there was a week difference.
And he blamed it on his wife. It killed me, man.
Wait. No,
No?
it was around the time where we drew 4-4 with Ajax, and he like made 2 world-class saves. Maybe that was why. It was because of the drugs. Allegedly, it was around that time.
That must be. Bro, that's mad, bro. I didn't even know that. That's stupid. What type of athlete tries to cheat in 2021, bro? That's so dumb, bro. That's like trying to rob a bank, yeah, in
Oh, and he
2021.
blamed his
Like,
wife as well, O'Shea. He said his wife is the one who is supposed to be his
51
wife.
likes. Thank you, guys.
Oh dear. Oh god. Wait, what did he
You
say?
know
His
who I
wife
think would be a
spiked his
great-
drink or something? Was that it?
No, he said that drink was supposed to go to his wife because she had some issue that she needed, like.
So he tried to drug his wife. Either way. Either way.
Do you know what I think would be a
Yeah,
great
that
sign?
would kill me, man.
You know what I think would be a great sign for Liverpool, and I think for any club in the Premier League. You know, Leon
Don't
Bailey.
you
plays
have
for Bayer
Allison,
Leverkusen.
man? Don't you have Allison?
Nah,
Or you-
I don't
as a
like
number two,
Leon.
yeah?
I don't like Leon Bailey. I can't lie. I don't like him.
I
No?
rate him, man. I rate him highly.
Pedro
really do.
Neto is a winger that top clubs should go for. He's going to be amazing. Pedro Neto.
No. Leon Bailey nowadays is the Tesco value. Alex Sancho. I don't want him. Man. Jadon Sancho. No,
Yeah,
thank you.
Sancho is way better than Bailly for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, but we're
Pedro-
talking about Sancho. Who, like, this is a future Ballon d'Or winner. Like, you can't really put
Or
someone
if
like
Chelsea
him
gets
against.
Sancho, if Chelsea gets Sancho, would you be happy for us, man?
I mean,
I'm never happy for you guys.
We'd stop him from going
I'm
to
never happy for
United.
you guys.
We'd stop him from going to United, so you should be a bit happy, O'Shea. You should be a bit happy.
I don't want him to go to either one, to be honest with you. I'd rather him go to United.
Yeah,
United are going to drive him into the fucking ground. Don't think this little turnaround has been. Don't believe the hype of this turnaround. You know, United are shit, and Ole is a PE teacher. I mean, he's a great man manager, but he's a terrible coach, and he's not.
Yeah, man.
The cracks will come back again. Trust me. United. This is just a honeymoon period.
No, you're right.
What do you mean, bro? It's not even the honeymoon period anymore. They're fucking falling down the road, man. They're like getting this they're barely getting points nowadays.
They're on. They could
to win
drop out.
games.
I said this on the first 11. I said I could very much see this was. To be fair, this was before Leicester got even more injuries. But I said a few weeks ago that if I had to predict one of the big-ish teams to drop out, it'd be United because of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I wouldn't be surprised.
I actually like Ole. I think he's a decent manager, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool somehow turn around and United drop out and Liverpool get top 4. I wouldn't be surprised.
Don't say that, man. Fuck no, man. No.
I'm not saying it's finished above us necessarily, but
yeah. No. I just hope nothing but failure to Liverpool fans and sorrow, man. That's it.
Oh God.
Oh, Sonny, you're so bitter, Sonny. You're so bitter, Sonny.
Listen, I'm gonna have to jump off.
here.
I'm gonna have to jump off.
All right, mate. Well, look, let me get one thing for you. Where do you think you'll finish this season? Seriously, where do you think you'll finish?
That's a good question.
I think we'll finish 5th. I don't think we'll make top 4. I think we'll finish 5th, and I've got nothing else to say, man. It's devastating to watch my team just completely deplete like this. It's, you know, losing out on retaining the title is one thing, but this is like, I feel like a gal right now. It's terrible.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's when you know you slow down. Christ. That's when you know you come to a low point in your life.
No. Igal is something different. Igal wants to play from the championship because he believes he'll find the content there, man. It's like digging the trash, thinking you're gonna find some jewelry, man. That's it.
To be fair, Buendia is a good player. Comparing Buendia to Aouar with out of context stats.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing to do.
Now listen, Igal, if you're listening, it's all love, yeah, and don't get it twisted. Liverpool are never going to be like Arsenal. Don't get that twisted. Don't ever mistake that one. Jeez.
O'Shea, can I say something to you, O'Shea?
Celebrate community.
O'Shea, let me say something to you.
No,
Arsenal are never going to be Arsenal again, if you know what I mean. Yeah, they're never going to be Arsenal again. Yeah.
Bro, Arsenal were never Arsenal. They had a few good seasons after, like Wenger from '97 to 2004. And that was it. And they've been shit since then. Arsenal are shit. They've always been shit. And they're not even the biggest. They're not even the second biggest club in London anymore. Chelsea is obviously the best club in London. It's not any debate about that.
You know what Arsenal are? You know what Arsenal are? Arsenal are the Make-A-Wish foundation of the top 6. That's what they are, man.
Leicester are the new
top. They are.
Leicester have taken their place, man. Arsenal are
frauds,
bro.
You're right. You're
Arsenal are frauds, bro.
You're right.
If Arsenal was a crime, they'd be the Rico crime, bro. They're just terrible, man.
No, you know it's what I say to Arsenal. When they go, when they diss in Spurs fans, go North London is red. I go, no, motherfucker, that's in London, so it's blue. You're living in the northern part of blue London.
This is how you know a club is shit, yeah. When you have to narrow it down to the area of the city.
Exactly, yeah. Like
that's such a good point.
Like it's Game of Thrones or something. You know, like we're in the north. You know what I mean? We're in the south.
This street corner across 5 blocks is ours. Yeah. We claimed it.
Like it's the DMZ zone, you know, between North and South Korea. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, O'Shea, before you go, O'Shea, you know who I think would be for Liverpool? I think if you got Van Dijk and partnered him with Varane, I think that'd be a good partnership. I think Van Dijk's the type of centre back that can bring the best out of Varane, an alpha centre back, a leader, world class.
I've seen some links from Liverpool to Varane. I'd love Rafael.
Real Madrid. I read a report from apparently a respected Spanish journalist saying that if Real Madrid can't extend his contract, they're willing to accept offers in the range of 38 million for him.
don't listen. Don't say that in front of Kai because he'll end up getting him signed for Chelsea. I don't stop, man. Stop. I don't any talks about players in front of Kai. Don't mention it because this guy.
I'm already messaging
I don't know
Roman
how.
about it, man. I'm messaging him right now. I'm writing him right now, man. Typing a message to Roman right now as we speak.
All right. Do you have to go, O'Shea, or you're okay?
Yeah, I have to go, but I'm gonna leave on this note. Yeah,
Please, everyone silent. Let him finish.
first of all, yeah, David, yeah, I owe you something because we're not winning the Premier League, but you're not getting it because it's just you just. Anyway,
Wait, you owe David something?
and shout out to. Go on, let me
Never in
finish
my
this.
life,
Yeah. Shout out to Kai.
Have I thought they
Yeah,
were
shout out to
yeah,
Kai
go ahead,
bringing
bro.
me on his show. Yeah, shout out to Kai bringing me on his show.
Anytime, bro, anytime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, shout out to all you man on the panel. Shout out to Indiana and Igal, and shout out to Prime as well, Tottenham fan. And yeah, man, shout out to Jim. And that's it. I'm gone. See you, man, later. Yeah.
O'Shea,
Take
man,
care,
you're
bro.
always,
Take
you're
care of
always
yourself,
welcome
man.
on this
Thanks
channel.
for coming
bro.
on, O'Shea.
You're always welcome, O'Shea. You know that, right?
Safe, yeah.
Safe, pal.
Take care, bro.
Cheers, bro. All right, so thanks a lot to O'Shea, man. He's a you know what he does banter, but he is a level-headed
love O'Shea, man.
Liverpool supporter, man. He gives good bants.
It's the only Liverpool fans that I actually can stand, right? So it's good.
Yeah, true. That is true. Do you want to put out the link? Get a few people on.
Yeah, let's do. Let's say 20 more minutes of calls, and then we'll call it a day.
Do we want to talk about Everton Monday? That too.
Yeah, we can.
We're doing.
Why not?
We'll do that.
Yeah,
We'll
we can
tie
do that,
that
yeah.
all in.
I mean, tomorrow we're doing the. Are we doing that
unpopular
tomorrow?
opinions.
Not
Yeah,
popular opinion, yeah.
we're doing
Popular
unpopular
opinions
opinions. We can
tomorrow.
tie it all in then as well. But
Yeah,
let's just get people's
Opinion.
views on opinion on But is there anything else? Does anyone want to bring anything else they want to talk about the Liverpool game before we bring anything on? Was any more outstanding? I mean, Will,
Yes, there's
I've
one
got to get
thing.
your view. I've got to get your view about Kante, man. Let me hear your view about Kante.
He was just good. Yeah, good performance. But what? Yeah, I have higher expect. Actually, no, I don't. It was just.
Will is harder to please than a porn star, man.
I like
Jesus
Kante.
Christ.
I'm not one of the people that think he's world class anymore. I'm not one of the people that think he's done as a footballer, like proper finish. I don't think he's either.
How can you not love that bald head, man?
If we got a good fee for Kante, I'd wave him goodbye. But if we got a great fee for any player, I'd probably wave him goodbye unless you're talking about Pulisic or Shaw or Havertz or maybe even Mount. You could even put him in there. But you know, it was a good performance. I still don't want to see him with Kovacic in a double pivot ever again. And there's one more thing I want to say about Jorginho. We need to end this myth that he's shit against the press. I'm done with this myth that he's shit against the press. Tell me a game apart from Man City 6-0. Well, against Bournemouth he got bullied anyway. Apart from that, this season, apart from the Liverpool at home, tell me a game where he's been bullied and we've been obliterated. Tell me a game apart from Liverpool at home. And that was due to us getting a red card.
Listen, Will. We're not going to do this, man. We've all agreed.
No, because I want an example
Jorginho
to
is
back
playing
up
well.
everyone's point. I want an
Bro, I
answer.
like I like Jorginho, Will. You know I like Jorginho.
Yeah. I mean, I'm speaking into existence in a way. I'm speaking to everyone. Jem.
Marshall just muted his mic, man. That's
just anyone.
Jem
And the Jorginho haters out there. Tell me games where he's been bullied against the press, apart from Liverpool.
We're not doing this to soothe your ego, all right?
The thing is, Will, the thing is, you're a sneaky fucking bastard, bro, because you literally said, name me a fucking game where Jorginho gets obliterated in the press and we lose. And I'm like,
exactly.
Okay, I can't because...
There's one, that's it. There's one. That's it.
No, because that I could tell you games where Jorginho's ass has been saved by our defense.
Go on, name them.
But
name them.
Boys,
Newcastle.
Let's carry on with the show because
Newcastle 4-3. Okay, I'm not doing this.
We're not turning
do
this
this off
into
air.
Okay, Alex, man, give me your thoughts on the performance against Liverpool.
What a performance, man. What a performance. You know, every single player on Thursday left their mark on that pitch. You know, there was not one player there that did not, you know,
That was nobody kept
everyone
having
put
that.
100% in that game. And I was so pleased, literally. We slapped Liverpool. We slapped them tactically, first and second half. We slapped them. You know, it's just what a performance, man. Mason Mount, any Mason Mount haters, go outside your house, get in the bin, and then close the top of the bin and put your fucking stuff in there, man. What are you saying now?
Basically, Kai basically saying get the fuck off the stream. That's what he's saying, Kai.
Alex, it's pretty dark and snowy outside, man. I don't want to go. The garbage can seems cold, man.
Marshall, wait, I want to call Marshall out. Not in about
What?
Marshall, deep down, you are a massive Mount fan. You're a lover. You are a motivator deep down, but you're scared to say anything because
leave Marshall alone, man. This feud between Will and Marshall.
And now you're happy because you can finally sing and dance about Mason Mount. I know you're happy. I mean, we're all happy. We all can sing and dance about Mason Mount. But Marshall, you are a motivator deep down. I know you are. We've just morphed you into something else.
No, we're not doing. No, we're not doing that. Leave him alone.
I'm not, but okay, yeah.
Leave him alone, Will. Or we'll expose you.
I don't have to worry about this because, like, over time, it's gonna just come out. Like,
I believe everything I message you to the chat. Expose it. I don't care.
We'll expose you in the private streams, all right? Yeah.
Bro,
let me just say one word: garlic bread, and we'll just leave it there, okay? Alex.
No, because
Alex,
Andrew, wait a minute, Andrew. You made that sound like it's something suspect now, so people are gonna think.
Like,
if you want to, let me
Alexis, scroll up, bro.
If you get us to 1,000 subs, we'll tell you why I said garlic bread. Okay,
Alexis,
if you get us to 1,000,
if Alexis is coming on, Alexis has now got a list of games that Jorginho's been bullied.
But that goes with the Kai OnlyFans account and the Will face reveal. If you get us to 1K subs, okay?
Now it's 1K subs. All that will happen.
I did not agree to that. So.
It's in your contract. It's in the small print.
It's in your contract. You wrote it in blood.
Yeah. Alex, anything more?
Yeah, no, I just want to say, man, like, you know, Tuchel absolutely outclassed Klopp. Tactic-wise, the players, Kante, Kovacic, Jorginho last night, he was doing pirouettes all around Liverpool's defenders, man. The whole team, he was dribbling. He was like one touch. Oh, beautiful. Christensen. Oh my God, man. Christensen, he has come of age. The amount of times he was just in the right position. I was watching him because I was scared for Christensen with this game. I was like, come on, man, step up. You know, you want players as fans, you want players to step up, and you want players to take the chance and actually go and show that you want to be in the team. And he's done that, and I'm so pleased, man. I'm so pleased for him. And like he was literally doing everything. There was moments where he could have like made a mistake and he didn't. He looked so confident at the moment. You know, the one thing I just wanted to quickly say is the good thing is now with Tuchel, you know, I think you guys were bringing this up before, is like we can tell it's not just like Lampard before, where he just telling Mount to do the job and then everyone else says, yeah, you go and play football. We can tell that every single player has some part of an instruction to do something on the pitch. The amount of triangles that we were doing across the pitch, you know, everywhere around, and it just literally we can tell straight away that we have a manager now that's actually tactically, you know, who's actually tactically smart to actually go and win big games. And I guess the good thing, I want to quickly say something which is quite interesting, that now we have Kovacic, Jorginho, and Kante. And the good thing at the moment is that the last couple of games, we've been playing them different. Like we've been playing Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic, Kante, Jorginho, and Kovacic together, and all those performances, but whilst changing the three players around, have always been at a high level. And having that is very important, because they say sometimes you take out a player out of a pairing, sometimes the level of performance goes down, and be able to rest a player and having to still have that level of performance is really good. And that was one thing I took out of the game.
All right, mate, I'm going to rotate, so I'm just going to let you leave the studio, okay? But thank you for your support and mod in the chat as well.
No worries.
Really appreciate it, bro.
Alex.
Thanks, mate. Okay. Okay. Let me get Alexis on. And real Chris, just for Alexis, as you say, what do you want to say about the Liverpool performance?
Well, I will say before, Werner was robbed of a goal. He should have had a goal. I thought he had a good performance. I did thought Werner did play well, but yeah, he does need to finish his chances sometimes. But yeah, he should have had a goal. I thought our wing backs. I'm looking at our wing backs. They are improving every game so far now. Like since which game was it? They had a good game. Was it United game? They had a good game against United.
Right.
Yeah. They've been improving. They're improving more and more. I'm glad about because I don't want to see Alonso play at left wing back. I'd rather see Chilwell. I don't care. I thought Kante and Jorginho did really well together. Like Kante got a really nice assist. The through ball, like even Kante is doing good through balls.
I forgot about that assist. I forgot about it. Maybe I should.
I know you forgot about it, Will.
Yeah, I was. I was going to point out to you, Will, is like Kante got us a win as well. Like he played really well.
Did, but overall, I don't think his performance was good. It was good, and he had a great assist. So I'll mark it up. That's fine.
Yeah.
Forgot about this.
Oh, so nice of you, Will. So nice of you.
Poor Kante. I thought, Christian, that's probably his best performance this season because Christian was amazing. Like, Will knows all the stats probably.
I know his pass accuracy, I think. That's it.
Okay.
I think he got seven clearances, 93% pass accuracy. And I don't know. I think he might have had zero. I think he had one tackle, though. I think it was something I think he only had one tackle, but it doesn't matter because his whole game apart from that was good. So
because everybody's working for each other in that game. Yeah.
Chris, anything else to add, mate?
We're gonna beat Everton and win the Champions League.
If we say it with your chest now, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't think anyone else will sign off anything better, but
Yeah, I know. If we beat Atletico, we're winning it.
All right, Chris. We've got a show tomorrow. We'll get you on more then, okay?
Yeah, thank you anyway, guys.
Studio. No, cheers, mate. Big supporter. Mod in the chat. Thanks, mate. Alexis.
In the words of Arsenal legend Unai Emery, good evening. Good evening.
Arsenal legend, right?
How you boys doing? You everyone good?
Yeah, man. How you doing,
good, man? Alexis, how are you, man?
Man, I'm still riding the wave.
A legend in recent years, man. So it's not a bad shout.
You know what? Today, watching Arsenal lose is not funny anymore. Like when that goal happened, I couldn't laugh. It wasn't funny anymore. Like,
wait, did they lose? Oh no, they tied against Burnley.
No, but the way
they can't beat Burnley this season.
They were so gassed when Aubameyang scored, man. I was literally playing a game, right? I was listening to them, and they got gassed. Then I heard he had like an orgasm.
Yes.
Aubameyang scored.
Hope should have saved it though.
He just like bro. You gotta take your wife to a restaurant just to make up for all this crap screaming in the house, man. My girl would have killed me, man. Literally, my girl would just let me out, man.
Alexis, let me ask you, man. Have you had loads of tweets from after your Mason Mount video yesterday?
Yeah, and the worst thing is, I didn't even apologize for calling him shit. I just said now I'm impressed a little bit.
I saw that. Yeah, it wasn't like you were like going. You didn't turn into a mountebator. You just went, I'm impressed. And it was like, I saw some of the things. It's like, yeah, see, we told you.
Someone asked me to apologize for Tammy. Someone asked me to apologize for Tammy. I said,
no. Tammy gets no apologies. Fuck that.
You know what? If I die, I'm coming back to haunt Tammy Abraham, man. That's what I'm coming back to.
Boys, on a level though.
Yeah.
Antonio Rudiger is the one that's impressed me.
Okay. Yeah, he was amazing.
He's become a competent player.
Yeah.
I no longer feel like he's going to kick the ball into Rosetta or give away a corner every time the ball's around him. He's become decent. Like, it's a player that you can keep in a squad.
Yeah.
Do Do you remember?
Zuma's got to go, man. I think we're all agreed, right? Zuma gets sold in the summer.
Yeah, I
But
think
not-
Zuma's got to go.
But you know what? If we're gonna be rational, it's not because Zuma's shit.
No.
It's just because
No, it's not.
It's just because the levels are so high that we're gonna get a good sum of money for him and fund the Haaland deal. Because
I can't lie. I disagree. I think it is because he's shit. I can't lie. I think he's so. I hate centre backs that are not good on the
I
ball.
love you, Will. Exactly.
Every centre back
I don't think he should.
To a certain
You know what?
extent. Zuma. Oh my god.
He
Like,
can't
Will's
play
the
because
same
he
guy.
can't play with his feet, man. He can't play with his feet, bro. That's the issue with
Yeah,
him,
I
man.
love Zuma, but of all of our center backs, he does seem to be the weakest link.
But you know, no. But I
Yeah.
think that's harsh. You see, once again, I think that's harsh.
Yeah.
Because he's the weakest link on playing on the ball, but defending wise, I don't think he's the weakest link. In a back two,
No.
I think he's better than
It's
Rudiger and Chris.
it's difficult because his recovery tackles are very good, but if he mistimes it, he can be a liability.
I don't know, man. The image that I can't get out of my mind is not just one, Alexis, but both Southampton games where he played, and it's just like, what the fuck is he
Do you know
doing?
what pissed me off
You know?
about the first Southampton game more than the second?
He watched it.
Watched it. He could have got back.
Man was sitting back watching his anime. That's what he was doing, bro. Like fucking.
All the top blues were like, "How is that Zuma's fault?" Drinking their Stella, drunk, not even watching the game
Will,
properly.
let me get
Kepa's fault.
Javi CFC, mate. Thanks for coming on the stream, man. Give me your reaction to the Liverpool game, man. What you saying?
Yeah, I was really impressed with the Liverpool game. I was going into that super nervous. You know, we don't score, but the thing I was saying to people is that we've been playing teams with like low blocks. Even Man U, they pressed us a little bit, but they were still deep in their half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a different. It was nice to see how we can do with someone who plays a high line, and on a different day, Werner could have had a goal. You know what I mean? If it was that bogus offsides
He
call.
was robbed, man. The goal was nice as well. Like the touch,
I was
everything.
blessed because I feel like Werner is playing with like more like he's looking like himself more under Tuchel. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I was one of those people that wanted a Lampard to work out, but I was just like, yo, I'm glad that was the best January signing for us, Tuchel, because it's like, we had to get it out of my head that Lampard is a great player.
Yes,
he's not a great manager. You know what I mean?
Javi, I'll be honest with you, man. I suffered the same thing, but it got decluttered from my head. Do you know what I mean?
Javi, the first time I met these boys, Jem called me deluded.
Yes.
Yeah. Jim calls everybody deluded, man.
He said I talk out my ass and I talk a bunch of shit.
Funny thing, Alexis, first time I met Marshall, we had a
Marshall was annoying when the first
I defended
Jesus
Marshall
Christ,
when I first
man.
met him. I defended him.
I have a question for you guys.
That's what I mean. But I looking back at it, I was the idiot talking. Not, you know what I mean? So we all make these mistakes, man. We just make these
Marshall was like, we have to give him time, even if we don't get Champions League, we have to give Lampard time because he will work out eventually, man.
I remember what it was. What it was Marshall was saying about how everyone was like talking shit about Pulisic, and so I was defending him.
I'm just look, man. We all wanted it to work out. We all did. All right.
Wait,
shit
Jared,
happens.
do you want to ask a question?
I had a question. All right. Now going back to Liverpool game, clearly the 5 at the back works because Liverpool were crossing into spaces where it was always good to have the extra defender there. Do you guys think? Do you guys think you need to switch to the 4, or do you think we should switch to? We should keep the 5 until the end of the season because I feel like 4 at the back, it will create more attacking opportunities for us. You know what I mean? But I just get your take on it.
Kai, let's see. I know you do not like this formation, man. Let's hear it. Not 4 at the back, but the 3 at the back. I know you're not a fan of it. Big stuff.
I mean, it's not that I'm not a fan of it. Just like we obviously are struggling to score goals, and I think it's a natural thing, right? If you have more midfielders, you have more attackers, you have a higher chance of creating or scoring a goal. So right now we look very good, like in the defense, but as far as the attack, we look lost, man. middle class. So that's something that Tuchel needs to look into. But I do think the reason he's doing it is because of he doesn't care how, he just wants to get Champions League, and then when you have a pre-season, then maybe he can work into getting us like playing a more Tuchel like football, because that's not really his football. The back that's at the back. He even said that but we have to find something like a balance.
Where at his old clubs, when he's had to play that, it's been almost like a moment of desperation, where he's had to get results in a short period of time.
Can we just, before I say, thank you guys for the 60 likes so far. We've actually gone up with more people viewing us since other shows began, so thank you for that. Subscribe to the channel, like and share this video. Also subscribe to Kafka's View as well. Excellent content on there. But yeah,
guys.
Alexis, what do you think about the formation? Any formation change in the future?
I think there will be a formation change, but I think part of the reason we're at 3 is I don't know how much he trusts Reece James and Ben Chilwell in a 4 at the back, which I think at this moment in time is understandable, and the importance of Aspie can't be underestimated. He wants to play Aspie. Like,
he's been great. What a resurrection.
Alexis mentioned it before. That Tuchel wants both captains in that lineup. So that's a really important thing for Tuchel.
With Aspie, I think he just went through a patch of bad form where he wasn't playing. So if he did play the one-off games and had a bad game, it'd sort of stick in our minds more.
That's Lampard's fault.
Yeah,
it is. It is
the way you just have to make. Yeah, we know it, but you didn't have to say it, Andrew.
No, let's face it, man. Aspie for 7 years straight was one of the best defenders in the Premier League. One-on-one.
Underrated.
You can't get. You know what? You can't get anything out of him unless he's an ATM and you got the proper card. You know what I mean? You're not getting past him. He's Fort Knox. But yeah, I agree.
Man said Fort Knox.
But you know what I mean. But since he's come back, I mean, especially against United, he was everything. He was going for everything, heading everything out, passing out. He was he's been very good. But
you know what the problem with Aspie is? He's limited on the ball. Yes. And so is Rudiger. And so
Rudiger. I don't think Rudiger is limited on the ball.
Look at Rudiger on the ball when he's under pressure and people are coming at him. When he's got time, he'll pick a long ball out beautifully. But when he's under pressure, when he's getting pressed, he can't dribble out. He's very erratic in the way he makes decisions. And I think it'll cost us in the long run. He's a good defender, but if you're going for the world-class level where we want to compete with Bayerns and stuff, I think he needs to be better on the ball as well as his defending.
That's what I was saying, Alexis. People are like, oh, they're like, we're performing well with these guys right now, but I'm just like, don't get it twisted. We still need a world-class center back.
But for sure.
It's like a Band-Aid on a wound. You know what I mean? It's we're these problems are here, it's going away right now, but they're gonna come back in the future. You know what I mean?
Wait, have you ever heard of the cheerleader effect?
No.
What?
No.
So it's like basically.
Is that a movie?
I watched How I Met Your Mother. It was an episode. Basically, Barney said, it's like when there's one girl and she ain't that great looking, but if you get a collective of them, they look all right together. And this is what we've got in our defense at the moment. There's a bunch of all right defenders that look great, but you look at one of them and you're like, oh, I see all your faults here, mate.
Jesus Christ, man! I'm just picturing fucking Christensen with some pom poms right now. Jeez,
Javi, is there anything else you want to say? It's just
just one more. I know. I gotta rotate. Yeah. All right, now with Christensen playing well at the minute, does Silva obviously, and I know the obvious for me, Silva goes straight back into the team. But what do you guys think? Do you rotate Christensen with another center back, or it's just you have to drop him?
It hurts me to say this.
Dave goes
it hurts me to say
back.
this.
Right wing back.
Maybe, but it hurts me to say this. But I think Christensen has to be dropped. It sucks because he's doing so well right now. But I think Christensen gets dropped. Yeah.
Wow. Anyone else?
Are you going to drop Rudiger? I mean, I would drop Rudiger personally because I don't rate him as much as I've been rating Christensen lately, but I don't think you guys agree with that.
Yeah, but you see, the problem here is at Gladbach, Christensen played on the right-hand side of the 3.
Yes.
So the only problem now is we're not dropping Aspie. Aspie won't get dropped. Captain won't get dropped. So
do you move Aspie to right wing back?
No.
Listen, no. I understand, but do you think Tuchel moves him to right wing back?
He can't be worse than Reece James in that position. I'm sorry.
Mate, he can't run.
Yeah,
can't
but
have someone
have
that
you seen
can't
James? James can't overlap at all. He can't
Um,
hold width. He
all
can't.
right.
I'd rather. I don't know what.
I know that.
Peace out, Xavi.
Javi,
Thanks for
thank you
coming
very
on,
much,
brother.
man. We got a show tomorrow, so get you when we post the link out. Get your name.
Yeah, if you got an
yourself in there,
unpopular
okay?
opinion, come
Got
bring
an
it through,
unpopular
man.
opinion as well. Yeah.
Oh, I got plenty.
That's
Oh.
that's good, man.
Take care,
Man said it with chess. All right. I look
Take care,
forward
bro.
to
And
it.
thanks for the support. Yeah, we really appreciate it. I'm gonna get this man on because this is Kai's favorite person.
Oh my
okay.
God.
Favorite person.
He made Kai jump on the stream he said he wasn't even going to be a part of last week. And he's got as Kai said, he's got a great stripper name. So Alexis is gone. Okay. Blue Ice.
Wow.
Yo, we need to get him we need to get him an intro song, man, for real.
Wow.
One that won't get copyrighted.
Blue Eyes,
my personality has been scarred since I came on this show. Kai called me a stripper, man. So I'm coming after you, Kai. Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
We're good.
Good. Congratulations to everyone, every Chelsea fan out there. It was a fantastic showing.
Yeah, it was.
It was a fantastic showing. Yeah. Again, Mason Mount understated. I mean, this kid is just trying to work his way up. He's still at the bottom of the barrel, and he knows that. Staying humble, grinding it out, and he puts up a wonderful goal. The funny thing is, a lot of people are talking about Liverpool playing a high line, but what people are forgetting is Jurgen Klopp was expecting Kovacic to play. That was why he played a high line. Because with Kovacic always has that extra touch, and before you know it, the opposition descends upon us. So with Kante and Jorginho, they were able to make that quick pass, and that opened up Liverpool like a book in the center of the page. So I'm hoping that we can start to understand that Kovacic. You see how comfortable he looked when they threw him a blankie at the bleachers. I'm not sure if you saw when they threw him a blanket to sit down.
Like he's gonna jump through the camera at you.
Hey man, I'm telling you, Kovacic right now is exactly what we don't need. He's exactly what we don't. I'm so happy, and it's not only because of this game. It's just if you look.
I don't want to disappoint him. He's gonna play.
Which game? Which game is he gonna play? PlayStation? Nah, man. Nah. Nah. I think listen for Kai. Listen for Thomas Tuchel to play Kante in that role when he knows Kovacic is a better press-resistant player says a lot. It's because Kante is a destructive kind of player.
I personally, my favorite midfield partnership is Kovacic Jorginho, but
same with me.
If Kovacic had go ahead, sorry.
If Kante is gonna play, I'd rather it be Jorginho playing next to him.
Exactly. But if Kovacic had played that game against Liverpool, we lose comfortably. Comfortably, man. Comfortably, man.
I rate Kovacic highly, but if we were to play Kante with Kovacic, we would have lost. I agree. We would
comfortably. We lose that game. He's always that. You see that pass. You see that pass from Kante to Mason Mount. Yes, it was a 1 in a million pass. I get it. Kante doesn't do it all the time. Yeah. You give that chance to Kova 20 times, he will never make that pass. Kova will rather pass it back to Mendy.
That's not true. Look at his pass against Liverpool when he passed it to Hazard, man. He has a good pass, bro.
Oh wow. You want to talk about history? What, the History Channel now? I thought this was KH, man. Wow, are you talking about the History Channel? Wow. Okay, we can go down to the History Channel.
You're just hating on Kova, man. No.
No, I'm not. In the sense
do you not think it's good that we have options?
Yeah,
I understand the whole options part, but making him our primary other six in the double six is suicidal.
But I don't think he's going to be prime. I think he's third choice. And I think
okay, that makes sense. If you're saying third choice, fine. But I mean, just looking at that game against a high class team like Liverpool, to play Kante instead of Kova, Tuchel has seen it all.
But Tuchel has seen it all. He only played that way because he knows Liverpool gonna press us. When we're gonna play,
that's a good.
He's gonna go with Kovacic, man.
Wait, Kai, can I just say something? Wait, can I
Sure,
just say?
please.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
go ahead,
you're
bro.
saying they played Jorginho because they were gonna press us? Oh, thank you, Kai. Finally, we're accepting that him being shit against the press is a myth. It's an absolute myth. You can give me maybe.
Rumor has it. Every time somebody gives Jorginho a compliment, Will gets hard, man.
Wait, Will's the type
Man,
of
it's like
Will
cement
takes his
drying up over by Will right now, man.
Will takes his girl out, and all of a sudden someone goes, "Oh, press." He goes, "Yes, Jorginho."
No, man, if Will was 60 years old, man, he wouldn't need Viagra. If just someone mentioned Jorginho to him,
You'll be all right.
he'd be like that. He'd be like that for ages.
Just whisper Jorginho in my ear, baby. That's it.
No, but the truth of it all is, even if you go back to the Sarri days,
Safety word.
if you look at if you go, yeah, that's olden days. You're right. But if you look at what Sarri, golden, thank you, Sarri tried everything he could to see if he could make lemonade out of lemons with Kovacic, and still,
I think
he pushed Kante to the front.
Yeah,
he pushed Kante to an attacking role.
Wait a minute. That midfield was I think that midfield is underrated. That is my favourite midfield three with Kovacic, Kante, Jorginho. If we have a good enough attack,
that's what he's going to play next season. I'm sure of it. He explained in the Everton game. That's where he wants to go with it.
If we sign Haaland, I think we will play the three of Kovacic, Jorginho, Kante, because I think Tuchel rates all three very highly in his plans. I think he rates.
That's what he said today in the Everton game. That's what he said at the Everton press conference. He said the only reason we can play the way that we can, the only reason we can control the way that we can, is because of those three guys, man.
Yeah. No, but remember, Tuchel.
Rude, man. It's an opinion, man. Let the guy have his opinion.
Yeah, exactly. It's all right to disagree, but there's no need for violence.
Yeah, no need to. Exactly.
Hey, man.
Come on.
Hey, man. Kovacic, I'm sorry about this guy who made that comment. I love it, but Kovacic is garbage, man.
Blue eyes.
It's just the truth. It's the truth.
Blue eyes.
It's the truth. I think
Alexis
you're wrong in so many ways, man.
Against Atletico Madrid, we're gonna have to play Kovacic and Kante, right?
Yeah, because Jorginho is out. Oh, God help us. Yeah. Oh, God help us. I'm telling you, God help us, because just guess what Atletico is doing now. They're licking their chops. Quick pass. We need a quick pass from the center of the field, and Kova doesn't have it. Wow. Unless Kova brings that to. Sorry, go ahead.
Could you see maybe? It's difficult. It's difficult. I don't know.
It is difficult.
It all depends on how we set up our defense in that game, because I could see Tuchel maybe doing something like we start, for example. It looks on paper. It looks like a 4-3-3, but in different moments of the game, we go into a 3. It'll pretty much be like Christensen. Maybe it looks like he's in a defensive midfield role, but he'll drop in between the centre backs, and then he'll go back into midfield and drop back.
Can I just say something? I've not seen. I thought Will would be our heel on this and get hate in the chat, but Blue Ice, you've overtaken.
He broke a record.
Why would I be the heel? Why would I?
No, I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you. Blue Ice. So
yes.
Got, two more people in the background, and then we're wrapping it.
Sure.
Okay?
All right. I'll make it quick, but go ahead.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah. So what do you want to say for?
Hey. Again, fantastic victory. Christensen and Rudiger. Fantastic pair. Our captain Aspi was great, and I'm not sure if we can consider Thiago now that he's back fit. I'm not sure if we can consider him as a CDM. I'm not sure if he.
Not.
I'm not sure if we can. Sorry, Thiago Silva. Yeah, because that guy he can pass the ball.
Now it'll be Christensen. It would
okay.
It would be.
That's your second dead opinion of the night.
Blue Ice.
Hey, man.
Blue Ice. You should have saved that for tomorrow's. You should have saved that for tomorrow's show.
As an unpopular opinion, I know. Hey guys, thanks a lot, and pray for Kovacic.
Easy on the
Thanks a lot, mate.
Hey, take care, guys.
Cheers. All right.
No, it would be Christensen that would play DM if it was going to be if it would be a centre back, it would be Christensen.
Okay. Getting Hassan on, and then it sends, and then that's it. Hassan.
What's good, brother?
Thank you, man. Big support of the channel. Thank you. What do you want to talk about regarding the Liverpool game?
Well, I was going to say that, I mean, it was pretty much a tactical masterclass from Tuchel because it was a 3-4-3 and it was mixed with when Liverpool were on the attack, it was mixed with from 3 from the back to a 5. And that basically made Mane cut through the middle, forcing him to cut through the middle, and Christensen was having that side towards him. And in order for Liverpool to like fully attack us and make up a threat, they had to push their fullbacks forward. And I mean, that's how we got our goal. And all of Liverpool's goals were from a ball over the top when they're pressing high, and you hit them on from there. And I mean, Christensen revived his career. Rudiger revived his career. Jorginho, Kovacic, they're back. Their form's back. Timo should have had a goal. We are inconsistent as always. 1 minute is the hand, next minute is the arm. Left, which
we
is
got
it?
lucky, by the way, with VAR.
Yeah, they should have had a penalty. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Kante should have given a penalty away.
That was a penalty. Yeah, you're right.
No, it wasn't a penalty, man.
You don't think in the
if Kante's hand's not there, that's a cross going.
Yeah,
in.
that's a penalty, man. That's
but
Kante didn't move his hand to block it.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to block it, man.
His hand was there before he even kicked it.
Yeah, he's just a short guy.
What they did is they looked at his smile and then decided not to give it. That's what we should just do.
Right, yeah. Go on, Hassan. Finish what you're doing, man.
So yeah, I mean, Liverpool are muddled. They're 2 losses away from being the worst champions.
No, they are the worst champions. It's not. They are already. The worst
I mean, if they're saying Chelsea are, they're only 2 losses away from being that position.
Can I just say something? I want to destroy this myth that Chelsea were the worst champions, because if anyone knows that, if probably Alexis and Kai will possibly Marshall, if anyone knows, during that 15 summer, there was rumours about behind the scenes things going on with Mourinho. He wasn't happy with the transfers. We signed freaking Michael Hector during that summer, man.
And Papi
Digibaji, or whatever his name is.
Can I explain how bad that guy was?
We weren't expected to. We weren't title favourites for that. So
Sunderland let that guy go. They terminated his contract. That's how bad this Baba Joby was, man. Sunderland, a League 2 team, they let him go.
Mourinho wanted, I think, he wanted Charles Aranguiz. He wanted Arda Turan when he was actually good before he went downhill.
Yeah, Arda Turan was never good.
No, but they just got their butts in gear when they heard Pedro was for sale, and then Man United were close to signing.
Yeah, we stole him off. Him off Man United.
Exactly, but if anyone actually reads back and looks at that summer, man, the turmoil behind the scenes is why we're not the worst champions.
Oh,
because our fan base weren't gassing up this team to be the greatest Premier League.
I thought the Conte season was worse.
But what I'm saying is, Alexis, during even that season, we weren't gassing. Our fan base weren't gassing saying we were the greatest champions of all time. Do you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Yeah. So that's why Liverpool are the worst champions. Yeah. Sorry, Hassan, mate. What else do you want to say, mate?
I mean, I was also going to add to the point of like the old Chelsea. I think like a lot of their fans, like, do you know, like the fear factor, like that Oslo had against big teams. Like if we were up against a Man City, Atletico Madrid, if we had someone like a Lampard or Sarri or someone, would have a, do you know, like that, like we're scared of them, like we're gonna lose, that sort of fear.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I'm not saying that.
I know what you're saying.
What I mean is like Tuchel's brought that fearless Chelsea back. You understand what I'm saying?
I slightly agree and disagree. I agree on one point, disagree on your point. I don't think there's a fear factor yet from other teams. I think it's growing.
No, it's slowly growing. That's what I mean.
But what I say to you is what I said earlier in the stream. I am very I'm not shaky now. I'm confident in this team holding a lead if they get it, or not conceding, which is what happened under old Chelsea teams. My focus is now on the attack, not the defence.
I don't know about that, Andrew. I don't trust this team. I know we've only.
They haven't earned my trust. Not all of them.
I'm still a little bit worried. Every time someone puts a cross in, I'm waiting for Rudiger to do something stupid. I'm waiting for Christensen to get out muscled.
Alexis, you know how you cue that with Rudiger? You just don't tell him this is not Sheffield. Yeah?
Yeah.
When we go on away games up north, you go, this ain't Sheffield, this is another part of London.
Hopefully Sheffield get relegated.
This is Cobham. This is Cobham.
So you don't have to pay them away.
Wait, you know what?
You don't have to hope anymore, Will.
Wait, you know what I've realised? Will is Thai. If this was like
no, I'm not.
No,
I'm not Thai. I'm not over positive.
When we get to 1K and he reveals himself, if he's wearing a Chelsea hat and headphones, then we know.
Absolutely not. Jesus God, I am nothing like Thai.
Hassan,
did you see? Speaking of Thai, did you guys see that interview he had on some Danish TV? And he showed like the interview with his boxers, his underwear, his clothes. He's showing like everything is Arsenal. Man.
Oh my God!
And he wonders why the Cronkies won't leave. And he
Hassan, anything else you want to say, mate?
I mean, I was gonna say one last thing as well. I mean, Rory's mudded for saying Kovacic and Jorginho are the most uninspiring midfield.
Yes, it's true.
He's mudded for that.
All right, mate.
He always says some stupid, innit?
All right, mate. Well, thank you very much, mate. You're a big supporter of this channel. We've got unpopular opinions tomorrow, yeah? So think of one. Yeah? And we'll get you on, yeah?
Yeah, no worries.
Cheers, pal. Okay, this is the last person. This is Slens. We're getting on, and that's it for today. Because Kai is very tired.
Man. I wanna
remember, people, he's an hour ahead. Man. He's an hour ahead. You okay? That's right.
Yeah.
Slens, my man. How you doing?
Yes, guys. You guys all right?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, man, we're doing okay, brother.
I was in a good mood, man, before that blue eyes guy started talking, man. What?
He's the biggest heel of this channel, man. Bro,
he's a nice guy. But did he just say he wants a Thiago Silva who's 36 rather than Kovacic in midfield? Is that what he said?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. I don't know about that one.
I don't think any one of us could think of a more unpopular opinion at the moment.
I can. So
bring Kepa back and goal.
Next week, bro.
I don't think that's unpopular though.
It's not unpopular.
Send it to the LA Galaxy.
Oh my God.
The Pulisic hive is not standing strong these days. We just got to wait for another run of good form, and then everyone will be flocking back in. And
Will's remembering all the good times. Will's a nostalgic one. He's just like, Pulisic is going to be in the lineup. Pulisic needs to come. And Will only remembers when Pulisic was unformed and good.
It's not even nostalgia.
Bro, I said
it literally happened last year. It's nostalgic.
Bro, he was playing well.
Not on top of each other. Let other people speak.
Yeah, but listen, he was playing well because he thought it was a playoffs, man. That's why he was playing well. I'm telling you, man. But now, listen, that guy, man, he's still making me laugh, man. I don't know if he stole his girl or something, but basically, man, I'm gassed, man. Like, listen, we went to Anfield and we spanked them, man. Like, we haven't done that since 2014, right?
Yeah.
I don't care if Liverpool are bad form.
You want to see Speaking of Pulisic, sorry to interrupt you, Slens.
No,
you want to see something really funny? Look at Pulisic's reaction to his FIFA card. One of the most saddest moments I've seen in a football player, man. His eyes were watering when he saw that 81 cards. Anyway, bro, go ahead. Sorry,
bro, listen. Pulisic hasn't played well since Joe Biden was president, man. I don't know what's going on there, man.
No. Jesus Christ.
He's secretly a Trump supporter, man. I've never been the same.
I told you, man. But now, man, do you know what it is? Listen, when it comes to Liverpool, these fans were talking about Tuchel, man, being a beat at Klopp, man. Listen, bro, like Klopp is moving like Barney the Dinosaur, man. All he's doing is just hugging people, man. Like hugging people on good vibes, bro. I've had enough of him, man. Like, he's a great manager. He's a great. Well, this year,
hugging inshallah. He's
just hugging, guys. Honestly, man. But now, listen. Honestly, listen. I was in a relationship 2 years ago, right? It was very toxic, yeah. And it ended, and I felt so good, man. This is how I felt after Lampard, but when I got Tuchel, it's the most healthy relationship I've ever been in. Honestly, it's so well. He communicates with you properly. Listen, after the game, when I listen to him talk, I get educated. Yeah, I don't hear talk about cardio and running and work rate. I hear about passion.
First day of pre-season, Lampard walks around to everyone. What's your target for the bleep test? What's your target for the bleep test?
Yeah, he sounds like a personal trainer. Sounds like a personal trainer, isn't he? Or PE teacher.
You know what Tuchel is like. What Tuchel feels like. Tuchel feels like the girl when she looks at you in the eyes when she gives you a BJ, man. That's the feeling of the Tuchel, man.
Oh my God.
Bro, my ex, yeah.
It's a good feeling, man.
She only fucked the one position, yeah. We tries every new position, bro. The Kama Sutra, all of it, man. I love it. Listen, man, I'm happy, bro. Honestly, I've been happy since Thursday. Like, no one can put me in a bad mood, except for Blue Eyes.
Yeah, same, bro.
I was gonna say.
But nah, man, listen, good vibes, man. You lot have a nice night, bro. I'm gonna stay happy the whole night, man. And listen, Kovacic, can I say one thing about Kovacic before I leave? Yeah.
Sure.
All of our midfielders, yeah. He's staying the longest, so you better strap in for the ride because he's staying the longest, bro. This guy could
We'll
be.
see about that one, Stones. We'll see about that.
Slens, make sure you tune in tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course, 100%. I'll be there.
Well, you don't have to leave, Slens, because I think unless anyone else got anything else to say at all, I think we'll call it a wrap. Yeah,
What we want to do
2 hours.
No.
Yeah, we'll do all the socials and everything, but just to let you know, guys, tomorrow is Unpopular Opinions. We'll get more people on, so think of your unpopular opinions. We'll go again at 9. Yeah, Kai, go again at 9, same time. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
You'll hear our unpopular opinions if we have one. There might be a joint unpopular opinion. You may never know. So, but yeah, join us tomorrow at 9. Keep smashing the like button. Share this video. You got this likes to nearly 70 on the live video. So thank you very much. We're near to 1K for subscribers.
Big up.
How far are we away?
60 now. 60.
60. Yeah. So
awesome. We're getting closer and closer.
We're nearly there. Remember, 1K subs is the Will face reveal.
No.
Yes, it is. You agreed it, mate.
I never agreed.
And
you want to find out Will ethnicity? Subscribe, man.
Guys, have you seen that picture of those guys? Yeah, with the skinny jeans, or the 4 guys? Yeah,
Will's one of them.
Yeah, no. Pulisic is one of them. Have you seen one of the guys on the end? He looks exactly like Pulisic. Honestly, bro, he looks exactly like him.
But not only for the 1K reveal, Kai's OnlyFans account will be revealed as well.
Jesus.
Andrew,
Andrew's waiting for it to be revealed. He's going to look up.
So there is one to be revealed then. Is that
and if you really
gotta wait to find out,
if you're really lucky, we will go more into depth about Will's hatred for garlic bread. But going on.
No, wait a minute. Oh no. Okay, that was the Subway. That was the Subway's fault. Okay, that was the Subway's
Don't
fault.
spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it for them,
okay,
man.
no spoilers. All right. But let's go with social.
And you'll be able to super chat us as well if you want.
Yes,
to.
exactly. Slens, shout out your socials, mate.
Safe, man. I'm on Twitter, man. Slens Talks, man. I'll just be chatting shit on there. Just follow me.
Hey, I'm gonna follow you if you chat shit.
Yeah,
that's what
I think we all follow each other because we chat shit. Alexis, shout out your views, mate.
Oh man.
Oh, views. Sorry, socials.
Alexis at the Kafka's view. Yeah, go subscribe. Road to 10K continues.
Yes.
See you guys tomorrow.
Yeah. Good channel, man. He's doing good content, so go there.
Big up.
He's talking sense. Marshall.
So someone asked before if I'm gonna get a Twitter. Not gonna happen. You don't want to hear how toxic I can be on Twitter, man. That's not happening.
Marshall, you really
No, I'm good. I'll pass on the Twitter. But if you want to find my content, we just started playing Uncharted Lost Legacy on Twitch. So if you like video games, if you like all that stuff, you want to see more of my content, you can check me out.
Did you say Uncharted?
I said Uncharted.
Uncharted. Okay.
I don't know what game you're playing, bro. But yeah, you can check out the Twitch under Marshall DBDX. I also just opened up the YouTube channel, so we don't have any videos on there yet, but we will get that set up and going soon. And if you want to check out my music,
the other thing you have.
What the music?
No, the new start on the Brazzers. I think it was Brazzers, right?
Yeah, I got a new series on Pornhub. No, it's just ridiculous, guys. But
it's a foot show, it's a foot show.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, if you want to check out my music too, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever you find your music, under Back Pocket Alimony, guys.
Will.
Just follow the @KHNoFilter account on Twitter. I did the admin for that, so go and follow it.
You can see my name. It's the same as my name. Like, what's my what it says under?
Yeah. Apart from KH is at the front of No Filter. So,
but you'll find it either way. So
yeah, exactly. I'm Andrew the Winter Surfer. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be there trying to, disagree or wind up people.
And the poor on comments.
Yeah. Well, especially director's cut videos. I'm there, buddy. You know what I mean? Don't stop me there. Kai doesn't want you to follow anything apart from KH No Filter on Twitter and subscribe to this channel to get us to 1K. Kai, take us out, man.
Hey, eat your food, drink your minerals, get your vitamins, and stay off drugs. Take care, people.
Brother.